receive what he has learned how to be better servants of this great creator, this great king, better sons and daughters of our Father. We thank you for all that he has done, that he is doing, and that he will continue to do. We just simply praise him and him alone, for only him and him alone, worthy of all praise, all honor, and all glory is his name. Hallelujah. 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 Let us turn our scriptures that we may begin with our readings. Of course, they are found and taken from the book of Psalms, Psalm 122, followed by Psalm 90, followed by Psalm 23. Then we go to the book of covenant, which is Exodus. We read the great have purpose for the children of Israel. But first, let us start in Psalm 122. Hallelujah. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of Yahweh. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together, where the tribes go up, the tribes of Yah unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of Yahweh. For there are set the thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Peace be within thy walls, and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brother and companion's sake, I will now say peace be with thee. Because of the house of Yahweh Elohim, I will seek thy good. Hallelujah. Psalm 92. Psalm 92. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh, and to sing praise unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument of 10 strings, upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hand. O Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knows not, neither does a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. For my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a fresh shore. Mine eyes shall also see my desire on my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like the cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of our Elohim. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourish. To shake is upright, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Hallelujah. Psalms 20. Turn to Psalms 23. Most can probably recite this verbatim without book. But those that still struggle, we're going to Psalms 23. For Yahweh shepherd, lead me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil, and my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. Hallelujah. Finally, let us turn now to Exodus the 20th. Here we find the words of Yah our Elohim, which he wrote with his own finger himself upon 2 tablets of stone upon Mount Sinai, delivered them into the hand of his servant Moses. Bring these children of Israel. With these words did he make a covenant that he would be our Elohim, and we would always be his people forever. He did this with these great words which he spoke. Elohim spake all these words. I am Yahweh the Elohim, who have brought the land of Egypt out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no Elohim before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh the Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, showing mercy to the thousand of them that love me, keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh the Elohim in vain, for Yahweh will hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh the Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor the stranger that is within your gates. 6 heaven and earth, the sea and all in them is, and he rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh that him giveth thee. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his anything that is thy neighbor. And all the people in the light, voice of the trumpet, and the mountain smoke. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood apart. Moses said unto the people, fear not, the time is come to prove you, that his fear may be before your faces, that you sin not. Hallelujah. 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 Praise Yah is righteous all the time. Hallelujah. This time, are there any comments, testimonies this week? The floor is open.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
All praise be to Yah.
Hallelujah.
I want to give Yah for just being here, have a life day, and it was a blessing to be able to do that. I got what I wanted. I just wanted to be home, alone, no kids, no husband. Just I got that, and I left it alone. I did not want to be bothered. I just wanted a day, and I got that. So very grateful. And then did some celebrating afterwards. So days later, but I was just thankful just to have another year of life, another day to live. I'm glad to get through the roller coaster ride that we had. Lessons was learned, and I'm sure there's many more lessons to be learned. So I give thanks for the chastisement and many more to come. So
Hallelujah. Anyone? Yes, ma'am.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom.
First, I want to just say, praise God. We made it to another week. I'm still growing and learning. I'm still on my no meat. I lost count. I feel like that's
I think my week been going, it's been going good. Last Sabbath was great. I kind of talked about that all week until maybe yesterday. I love when we come to class. I do. I love Bible class. I do. I don't like when I have to be at home and gotta sit there by myself and everything. I mean, I hear y'all and stuff like that, but I don't get to see y'all and I can't touch y'all and I'm not really here, but I'm here, but I'm not here. I want to pray God for my family, keeping us safe, keeping us being able to do things that we normally couldn't do, and things like that. It ain't nothing about this God is able to do. And, with Him, with even the food and things that we've been receiving from people, and it's a good thing to feel loved by people and stuff, and see that they recognize and who we are. They may not be coming to class and doing their thing, but when they talk to us, it's like they talk to us in a different kind of spirit than they would talk to someone else. Our conversations be totally different now. I get a lot of questions and stuff from people. They may not even be trying to learn. They just want to ask a question. I'm happy that I'm able to answer the question for them. Just sitting around and looking at like the community that I stay in and everything. I joined a program up there where I stay at, and it's basically just helping your community out where you live at and things like that, and coming together with other families and stuff. You're trying to get to know each other and stuff in where you live at. So I've joined that, and I took a couple of my things over there that I make and stuff. Like I took some branches and I took like I took a couple of candles and some necklaces and stuff that I've been trying to make and everything like that. And some of the ladies they were interested in things. And I've been able to talk to women and stuff that's in the program, but they live like in other states and stuff like that, and California and some like in Arizona and different things like that. And it feels good to just be able to talk to sisters and they be going through like the same thing you're going through or something like that, and you're able to help them and they're able to help you. So I've been feeling real good about that too, and I've been wanting to start up a maybe like something that I can talk to like young women, young girls, because I've been through things in life. So I feel like the things that I've been through, they may have made me the person that I am today. So maybe I can steal some of what I have into them. And I've been told that I'm good with teenagers and talking to girls, talking to young women and stuff. Young women that have babies and they might live in low income housing and stuff like that. So I want to look into that. And
Hallelujah. Yes. Yes, sir.
Hallelujah.
Did you watch the news when the speaker spoke about reparations?
I did not on the news, but I have kept my ear to the grindstone, so I have heard all the talk about reparations this week from every quarter and every corner. It's now what they call a hot topic.
Does that mean we're getting closer to some kind of resolution on this? Because it seems like whenever you get Congress and the Senate to start speaking on this, the speaker that was talking about it said, "Well, it's been 150 years. Why are you still talking about reparations?" And one of the young people said to him, I said, "Well, why wouldn't you? I mean, you addressed everything else on the planet. Why wouldn't you address this?" And they don't want to address this. I just want to know, do you think we might be getting closer? Because it seems like the more it comes out, like they want to fight it, but in a sense they really can't fight it. They're trying to say that it really didn't exist, or we should just look at me. 150 years ago had nothing to do with me, but descendant of those who put us through all this. There was one more thing I wanted to bring up. Has anybody been looking up at the sky? See, the strangest thing, you're gonna think I'm crazy. But now you're driving and guys want to look. And we're looking, man, and it was like, you ever see the across the sky?
Yeah.
Well, beneath the chemtrails, there was something that looked like, what, right there. Burst it out of the back of the plane, and it was making these little marks. It was like four, it was columns of four, and it went all the way across the sky like that. And this plane that was over it, it just looked like people got out the car and said, "What is that?" I know the news hasn't said anything about it, but it went for miles like that. Nobody said anything about it. And I'm wondering if they're trying to poison us even more. They come up with a new way of, eradicating people, because this thing looks like every time it flew a little while, it all of a sudden these four things just appeared in the sky, and it was just, man, that's weird. It would just show up and boom, 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 boom. It went, and it was a straight line of these things. And I'm like, and I'm just wondering if they got a new weapon that they're trying out on our people or the people of the United States. That's all I want to say.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Anyone else?
Shabbat shalom again.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Giving all praise. Everybody life giver. We're the King of Kings. Speaking of week, it has been an awful week for truck drivers. Our truck drivers lost their lives. And one in particular, he actually went over and over with 3 cars, got into an accident, and he fell 25 feet on an overpass. Billowing everywhere, but lost his life. But giving all praise for the safety of keeping my niece out there on the road, because it is not for the Most High. Don't tell him where we would be. So I just want to give him Most High thanks for his mercies and the continued safety granted to people, period. But in this case, safe out there, and just on a personal, thanking the Most High. If we don't, the book speaks of wars, and I just thank the Most High that I have been retired long enough that they call me back. Hallelujah.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Well, you're really on a retainer. They can. Old folks.
The old folks, they tend to
The
leave it alone.
82-year-old woman that did it in the Gulf War, she wanted to do it. She was a yeoman, and they called her. She called up and asked. I'm not called.
If they call, they want the younger body.
They want the young one first. But what I do, I mean, they could use it, but they really be stuff. Because they shot that drone down.
Yes, ma'am.
They shot it down.
Oh, yeah.
And he's saying he shot it down.
Well, he said they.
He wanted. We the only
we.
Came from Trump saying,
he tried to back out of it and say that it was a mistake, but they said it wasn't no mistake.
It wasn't no.
They said we did it. We don't apologize that we did it. We want you to know that we did it, because we want you to know that if you come by this way again, there's going to be some trouble. We have full capacity and capability of handling our business if you come this way again. So we want you and the world to know that no longer will we be your stepping stone. And for whatever, the order was put to bomb in retaliation, and it was called off in mid-operation. Yeah, he called it. He called it off in mid-operation. Now I surmise why he did it, but he
that time.
But that's why, and I'm glad you did bring that out. So I'll hit that real quick. Well, I won't hit it real quick because I got something that I'm gonna touch on. I'm gonna put it in the middle. The person asked me last week to touch on this, and they And when they asked me, that's why I said I wasn't gonna run to it. Because it was the most profound subject to deal with. Covers a lot of things. We can put all of it in there. Any other comments though from anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Shabbat shalom. Giving all praise and honor to our holy.
Hallelujah.
I don't know if this is the norm, but I want to thank God for the viewing that He has given to our family pets. The veterinarian decided to put the 2 dogs on medication, one for its health and diet. The name at all. There's nothing peaceful about this dog, and he's huge. And he bit the other dog. Both of them are part boxer and half part German Shepherd. The medication made him aggressive and violent to those that he knows and loves for years. And when I mentioned to my daughter-in-law that his snapping at everybody was not the norm from what I met him, and she gave me the benefit of the doubt, talked to the veterinarian, they pulled him off, and now he's back to normal except the bite that he gave his dog's sister is now infected and healing because she had to have a surgical procedure. And even though we don't always think about praising God for the animals that He gives in our care and they protect us, I'm thankful that he's now back to somewhat of his right mind and behavior and not trying to snap and nip at family members. And I just want to thank God in addition to that for the doors that seem to be opening for the progress that's going forward with the farm area and the things that are taking place. I have been connected to people of not like-minded, but faith, and they have been protective over what's going forward. And I praise God for putting that in their heart to offer me such a blessing at such a time as this. And hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat shalom. Hallelujah.
Last Sunday before, I was upset that I couldn't go to the girls' club, and then I stayed in my room for a little bit. I came out and I seen my mom making some Pringles, new Pringles, and I asked her, "Can I still make some Pringles with you?" And I did. I made 4 Pringles. On top of that, made some macaroni Pringles at my auntie's house. And then all of a sudden, like me, my mom, my little brother, we just sitting there watching a movie. And all of a sudden, this dude came in and put his hands on my brother. And it made me think about it. If this man gonna put his hands on my little brother, what should I do? Then my little brother just let it happen. So I defend my little brother. Because that's a sister for her little brother. Even though me and my little brother, we might have some hard times, we might argue with each other, but we still love each other at the end of the day. And I ran upstairs to get my big brother, like, hey, this is putting his head on my little brother. And I need to go get my big brother. So I did. I said, big brother, I put your head on my little brother.
Shalom.
And it hurt me. And when that happened, me and my little brother and my big brother And you know, sometimes we have a talk, sometimes we might argue, sometimes. Oh. So me and my big brother and my little brother, we talk, you know. And my big brother said, we're not gonna go through this abuse. And you know, it really put us in pain. Sometimes some things happen, and sometimes some things might not happen. But when you go through the pain with somebody, and they don't know how that pain feels, it might take him, might feel that person. And you know, I was being a big sister to feel my little brother. I was screaming for my little brother, you know, and Yahweh was there with me. So hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Raphael.
Do we have anyone else wish to comment at this moment? Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. We all praise to Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
On the day on Father's Day, you know, the incident, what you say, I was praying with the young son, and he cried and she yelled, but the incident happened because, you know, what I mean, I pay bills there, I pay rent, and they like that. The kids. So I pray for him, but I was not that serious, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know how to defend myself or hug somebody, but I did not try to hug him. You know, she died there, I tried to hug him. But I also give praise to see my wife's birthday. Then on the 4th day, we been out to a reggae concert, had fun, you know. It was a lot of white people there, and I think one guy passed out at the concert drinking. It was so crazy, but I saw some other Israelite brothers go to that town. They do, but they do. I do my time.
Some of the whalers.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh, and also, I heard the radio guy, some guys that stand up and talking about the graduation. It was deep what he said. I don't know you others. It was like last day. It was on the radio about the stand up and talking about the graduation.
About the reparation?
Yeah.
Yes,
About
sir.
the ancestors and all that. Hallelujah.
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 No other comments? What are some, everybody is talking about reparation. I heard all the comments this week. Now that and I did see, if I reflected correctly, I remember now my brother what he was talking about. He was talking about the senator. I misunderstood what he was saying, but he was talking about the senator. And I did see his comments, and how he addressed reparations. But like I said, I've heard all the comments about reparations. And I've heard everybody's take on reparations. Who should get paid, how they should get paid, if they should get paid. when they should get paid, where they should get paid. Uh, that's it. Some say don't pay them nothing. Uh, that ain't my problem. Uh, that I didn't do it, so I shouldn't have to pay for it. Then blacks called in. Then they had I listened to the radio show. They had hearings on because that's what the senator said, and they also had hearings on it. On Capitol Hill. And at the hearing, since they're public, like everything else is public in government, it's supposed to be public in government, you're allowed to speak. So they had one brother there. Of course, he have all degrees and graduated from all schools and everything. And he came, he spoke, and he gave a long dissertation why the black man should not have reparations. He said he is not a victim. You only give reparation to victims. And he is not a victim. Neither is the black man in America a victim. Because look at how much he has afforded to him to do to make his life better in America. So our foreparents were victims. Our foreparents that got lynched, our foreparents that got hung, our foreparents that worked from sun up to sundown, those were the victims. We are not victims. Therefore, we don't need to be given nothing except for a chance. And they say America affords us that already. It affords us a chance to make a better life for ourselves. And then another brother, he got up behind him and he was totally opposite. He said, they deserve to pay us everything. So I listened to all the people. And even some people called in on the very regular programs. Saying we don't need it and this and that. I said it's a beautiful thing to have a creator that's involved in all things. From wars to reparation to what's ailing us. It's a beautiful thing. And it's just so many things going on that I heard this week. I lose the track of it. Radio station, they called in, the sister put on internet a comment. She said that she, and I don't even know why I'm doing this, but it was for controversy. A great controversy when she put and posted this. Now, y'all, somebody guess what could have stirred such controversy that she posted? Thank you, sir. Somebody said, oh my goodness. Well, here's what stirred such great controversy. She said that she delights and co-runs her house where she's old-fashioned. Still believes fixing the oven plate, putting it in front of him, make sure he eats, make sure his clothes is clean. In other words, some domestic things of the house, she still believes in doing those things. She was excoriated.
Tore from limb.
Is she crazy? This is what became controversial. She must be nuts. What is wrong with her? She is setting women back 40 years, 50 years. All this kind of man. So that was hot button. So I listened to the radio, and that's what I listened to hear things. Then it was hot buttons. Another topic came up from a sister. She said, I can't take it no more. She said, I gotta leave. Where's she at? And I'll tell you where she at. She's in that great city of Atlanta. She said, because I just can't. Now, this sister, the one sister said how she does with her man treating. This sister said, I just can't find nobody. These guys down here, ain't nobody. She said, if they not, if they not, she said they on the other side of the fence. She said, you can't find nobody. And the one you do find, they just don't have it. She said, I might have to just get out of Atlanta. I said, I knew Atlanta was, I said, but is Atlanta done deteriorated? Have I been gone that short of a time? It's done went. Then they called in and said, yeah, it's back, because they didn't even brought back Freaknik. I said, well, I know it's gone now. And so that became a hot button topic. Then not to mention all of the shootings here in our own city. And so all the things that's going on, all the things that's going on, I'm glad the Almighty gave me a week. And my dear sister gave me the topic. The Almighty gave me, but my dear sister, my dear elder, she gave me the topic. And I'm glad we tabled it for this week. Because all this is going to, prayfully, y'all be with us, fit in. I'm glad my other sister here, elder. Sister B, I need your help. You have your concordance on you. Now that I know she had one, I'm gonna make my aide like I was in school. I was a school aide. So now I know she had one. I don't have to necessarily go looking in mine. I can tell her to look up the word. So she's the only one in here with me that when I ain't got a concordance. The only one. No, I'm playing with her. I want you to look up, dear sister, for me the word remnant. Yes, ma'am, remnant. Help me on this endeavor. And it's ironic that the sister said that about, and the sister mentioned that about old fashioned and setting the place and everything. And it's ironic that these sheets in, she'll pass them out later, on how to set a table. It's something how the Almighty works.
360 is my east.
But our sister looking up the word remnant.
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 Resident. Yeah, I like it.
The remnant. You hear about the remnant. The remnant.
You know, the remnant of the remnant of
Let me know when she has. Look up under 7611 for me. That's the one I want.
Oh, you want that? Okay.
7611. That's the one I want. Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sherry. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
It's from 7604.
Yes, it is.
It's called a remainder.
Call it what?
Remainder.
A remainder. It's almost like vision. Now, we ain't been out of school that long where we forgot the vision. Huh?
Right.
We do the vision. We say two in the so and so with a remainder of after you. And I'm doing this for a reason. After you divide.
As far as you go.
After you divide. That's why I'm doing this for a reason. Didn't say the whole. It say after you divide, you got two, and it go into an odd number maybe, and there's something left 2 in the 15. Let's just do that. So we take 2 in the 15, and we don't get the quite sum of the whole. So we got what? One what? Just one. Just one left over. But to get that one left over, it was a divide. And like I said, my dear sister brought us a profound topic. Didn't know how profound it was. Because there's a lot in Israel sentiment about all inclusiveness. Oh, we all just get whisked up by the Almighty. And all love us no matter what. That's not the doctrine of Yah. That's the doctrine of the heathen. That's the doctrine that's permeated Christianity. It don't matter what. All you just grab you all in. But here we say the first word of that shireth is a remainder. Go ahead.
Or residue.
The residue. Again. Residual, yes. The residual.
Yeah.
What's left over?
Okay, surviving.
What's surviving?
Surviving final.
What's surviving? What has survived something? Go ahead.
A portion.
Just a portion.
That had escaped.
That had escaped. Yeah, write these down. And I like that movie I watched. I ain't seeing no pen. Will Smith said, there's one problem. I don't see nobody writing nothing down. When he was talking about what he was demanding, he said, I don't see nobody writing nothing down. Write this down. Them that had what? Escape. We're going to see what the Almighty means when he say them that have escaped. That's why you should write this down. Because it's coming, like my teacher used to tell me, it's coming back. You're going to see it again. Them that had escaped.
Posterity.
The posterity.
Remain.
What remained?
Remnant.
Remnant.
Residue.
Residue. Rest. And that is from 7611. Shea Arith. And you find 7611 dominantly when it's speaking of remnant, because it's got some other number, but you find that dominantly 7611 when it's relating to remnant, speaking as towards the people. When it's mainly speaking towards the people. Repeat it again. Residual.
Surviving final.
Or final.
Portion.
A portion.
That had escaped.
Escape.
Be left.
Be left. Yes.
Posterity.
Yes.
Remain. Remnant. Residue. Rest.
All that good stuff. brothers and sisters, as I looked at this and looking into it, the Almighty has always worked with Israel as a whole. Listen closely to what I'm about to state. This statement. He's always worked with Israel as a whole. But he's always found his saving grace in a remnant. Did you hear me? Did it make sense?
Hallelujah.
I said he's always worked with Israel as a whole. But his saving grace has always been a piece of Israel. A carving out of Israel. That's been special to him. That have separated themselves or been separated from the whole. My predecessor, Alicia, used to say there's a problem with Israel. And that is they have a duck mentality. Now, what's the duck mentality? Some of y'all remember. What's the duck mentality?
If it looks like a duck,
If it look like a duck, quack like a duck, it don't even have to walk like a duck, but if it look like a duck and quack like a duck, the duck say, it's a duck. And that's what hunters bank on. They go get carved out ducks and they set them up, and then they got little instruments and they stand there in the bush and they go, wah, 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 wah. And that duck see that and hear that, and he see it, he say, oh, there go one. And he just comes right down, and he just laying right next to it, walk all around it. And the hunter got him right in his crosshairs, and the hunter goes, ah. Now he's a dead duck. Huh? He's a dead duck. A lot of people probably ain't gonna like me today. They're teaching this another day that I don't like. A problem. Because a lot of times we look at things, and if it look the part and sound the part, we say it's kosher. I know, because I've done it. When I first came this way, first came this way, 93, 94, 95. We was in the World Israelite Federation. Saw so many brothers, and I saw brothers, and I saw men with locks all as long as my robe here. And gauntlets and all kinds of things on. Coming through, and I got what's that? These cats sharp, boy. I said, wow. And in secret, they be huddling up and they be talking. And I see some of the brothers that who with Alicia, especially Alicia, and he might have on a linen two-piece suit or something like that. And I don't know what they. Cass is just going. Look at him. And you see these men running around, they look the part. They sound the part. But get around them. They're dead as a doorknob. I heard a brother, he looked and sounded funny. Then when he got up and spoke, my mouth It was like TV. It was like, God. I said, what? Somebody had to close. They said, please close your mouth. I was dumbfounded. And I've been around so many. Yeah, I said I'm going to probably hurry. This is great. Because the whole the Almighty deal with. This is the saving grace. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1. It's Shia in Hebrew. And then the Shia, Isaiah. Creator says in verse 1, the vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of the kings of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, kings of Judah. And Isaiah said in opening up, hear, O heavens. I think another great man would call on the heavens. Yes, sir, Moshe. Hear, O heavens. Give earth, O ear. Because as you always see this, there's a reason why heaven and earth is always called by the prophets of the Most High. Because these are the two greatest witnesses that man have against him. There is no greater witness than the sky above and the earth beneath in which he dwelleth. He dwelled between the two. A greater witness against him to how he is sojourning on this earth than these two entities. If he have corrupted himself to the degree that we live today, then the earth and the sky will be corrupted. So when my brother says he's seeing anomalies in the sky, sure, the wicked man is ruling. You'll see anomalies of that nature and even more. But for a long time, people didn't even know what them chemtrails was. We didn't know what that was. We just looked up. It looked like clouds or fumes coming out the plane. It wasn't fumes. It was just what they said, chemical trails being left to poison the air. Because of lack of understanding of divine knowledge, the air that you poison works because the heavens work in conjunction with the earth. And you poison either one, you poison the other. That's why the natives always went to heal the earth. But in healing the earth, they had a concept of healing the earth. They healed the sky, the heavens, because they understood that they work junction. We understood that they work in conjunction. But the wicked don't understand nothing except wicked. But here, Isaiah says, hear, O heaven, give ear, O earth, for Yahweh has spoken. And what did he speak? What did he say? Well, he said, I have nourished and brought up children. Yet these children that I brought up, that I nourished, heard a brother saying earlier today, these children that I clothed, these children that I fed, these children that I gave identity to, these children that I made something into, these children that I showed them a way, these children, that's what nourish means, to do for, everything for. These same children have now just rebelled against me. Then he says, the ox knoweth his owner. These same children, this is how bad they are. They don't even have the sense of what people call dumb beasts. But they think they sow this and that. But they don't even have the sense of what folks say is a dumb beast. Because the Creator said the ox know his owner. And then my sister said, yeah, it's all right to talk about it because it said the right man regarded even the life of his beast. So we praise y'all even for our beasts being righteous people. Because we know y'all take care of all things. And the equator to it, we don't have no ox, but a lot of us have dogs. And that dog knows if he's nourished, that dog knows what door to come home to. You set him out and let him do it, you're going to hear scratching at your door. I'm ready to come in, barking, hurt. What is going on? He want to come in. He knows where to come back to because he nourished there. The ox know his owner. The ass know his master crib. It know where to return to. Even though you done let him dwell all day in the field, he know at the end of the day, he know at the end time, he know at evening time, it's time to make my way back to my master's crib. Christ said, but Israel does not know. That's strike one. He said, but what? That's strike one and two. Because they get struck out on this next one. Because the next thing that they strike out every time they have to bat is because they don't even consider now. They won't even stop and consider that after so many years, is it possible? Is it possible that we've been doing things the wrong way? Is it possible that after so many years of church, so many years of Catholicism, so many years of Islam, and I ain't talking about is he asking them that came up with Islam or them that serve it out of other nations. He is talking about his people. See, again, that's why I start off where I started off at. His people. This wasn't to them that gave you that. He ain't concerned with them. So don't be looking at your Islamic brother who is not of Israel and be like, is he talking about? We ain't talking about them. We talking about Israel. We ain't talking about the southern white Christian. He ain't supposed to ask, well, is it possible that we've been doing this the wrong way? Yahweh have never been his Elohim in the sense he had been to Israel. So he don't have that question to ask. That's why he's never asked it. Because in serving Catholicism and Christianity, he is road high. When he prayed to catch you, and you were running, praying that he didn't catch you, and he caught you, well, Christianity worked in his favor. When you stood there, they were preparing the noose, hands tied and you were praying? Please, please. And I also don't think I'm making fun. I'm saying how our people were. Please. They were trembling. They were standing. Please, 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 JC. And they were making the news and said, in JC, we're going to hang this nigga today. Well, it worked out in his favor. And it's still working in his favor. While you at whatever Saint Bartholomew, Matthews, Lindenwood, Lollylog, kneeling next to your other Christian counterparts, it's still working in their favor. And it's not in yours or your people. Because even if you ain't personally touched, you got to understand you part of a people that's being personally touched. And you are being personally touched. That's why when you look at news and you see them shot down, you say, that's a shame. It infuriates you. Don't have to be yours, but it still infuriates you because you know deep down inside something is terribly wrong here with this picture. That don't have to be my son. I pray to y'all every day with all my heart. That is not none of my sons. For me to feel the sting and the pain of them saying this young man was deceased or that man was deceased. But the Almighty said there's just so much we don't even consider. Then he talks about us a little more. This ain't Brother Aaron talking about us. This is, because I'm in here. He talk about us a little more. Verse 4. He said, huh?
A sinful nation.
To give up this talk about how right we are, he said, this is a sinful nation. A people that's laden. What when you lay something, what is that?
It's on you. It's on you.
They laden with iniquity. They just keep laying it on, laying it on, laying it on. They laden with iniquity. This is where the Almighty, because I was trying to formulate how to start. This is where he took me. They sinful. They laden with iniquity. Because this is going to talk to us, y'all. Y'all don't want to be mad, do you? Y'all all right with this?
Yes, sir.
This going to talk to us.
Hallelujah.
Can we asking what's wrong with us? I'm sitting down with people, my family. What's wrong with? Well, hopefully, I might be able to get you, since you don't want to come here, maybe we can record this. Maybe we can get them to look at it on YouTube or something. Maybe they can hear
Yes, sir.
some kind of way. Because you ask what the Almighty telling us what's wrong with us. You're nothing but sinful people.
Right.
You ain't been saved.
Yes,
don't
sir.
talk about you saved in the blood of Christ. You're sinful.
Hallelujah.
You're laden with iniquity.
Yes, sir.
Even the best of you. You are seed of evildoers. See, before you can, why are you teaching this like this? Right. Why are you talking about us like this? Because before you can be healed, you got to know your problem.
Yes, sir.
Before you can come up, you got to be broke down.
All right.
Before you be restored, you got to have it taken away.
Go ahead, Moray.
The truth must crush falsehood.
All right. Hallelujah.
So right now, we ain't gonna deal with how great we are. We're gonna deal with how terrible we are. Brother Aaron.
Mhm.
And we are terrible people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They come by here every week. Not every week, but they come by. Why we can't unite? Well, this is why. How can a person like this unite? How can a people like this unite? And you got all this going on. Sin, laden with iniquity, evil doers, and you talking about uniting. Man, give me a break.
All right.
We got to get this out the way first. There he go again. What they say on the appeal? Mama, there go that man again. Yeah, there he go again.
Mama. There you go.
Children that are corrupters.
Mm.
This the real deal. Yes, ma'am. Then he said, they have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger because they are gone away backwards. They have a backwards mentality. And they talking about why they can't move forward. The truth of it is they can't move forward because of white man. The truth of it is they can't move forward because they get in their own way.
All right.
Even when somebody help them, give them opportunity, they get in their own way.
Every time.
I tried to make it easy on them. Blew it up. I tried to give him a hand out. He blew it up. Because they backwards. And they have forsaken the Almighty Yah. And the Almighty told us what would happen if we did such a thing. Hold this page. Deuteronomy 32. And a lot of people of the faith, they would like to look at this. If they do look at this, and they'll get mad. I say, and mad you may get, because sometimes that's the emotion that should be invoked. But when you won't like what you're hearing, and you'll say he crazy. But when you stick your head out that door, when you turn on that news every day, let's see who crazy.
All right.
When the Almighty testified to you, his word is true.
Hallelujah.
Because what he talked about in Isaiah is found right here in the Song of Moses in Deuteronomy 32. Start at verse 15.
Hallelujah. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Verse 15. But Yeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
That's why I said he can never give. And he never was able to give Israel all that he had to offer. He was able to give it to our father, Abraham. He was able to give it to Isaac. He was able to fulfill all his word to Jacob. But when it came to Israel, he was never able to give all that he had to give to Israel. Because when he tried, they waxed fat.
Thou art waxing fat. Thou art grown thick.
They got thick.
Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook Elohim.
They had everything, the finest of everything. And that's when they acted like a darn fool.
Forsook Elohim, which made him.
And everything that they received at his hand, they left. And lightly esteemed the rock of their salvation. That's who brought us salvation. We already had salvation. We didn't have to wait centuries later for salvation. We
Hallelujah.
had salvation.
Hallelujah.
Don't tell me that Yahshua, that's why I serve him. Yah is salvation. We had salvation in Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Yahshua is a moniker meaning Yah is salvation.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Don't even understand what you're dealing with. And you talk about you speak the language. But that's what that was for. That man's name was Oshia, the son of Nun. Moses said it's a moniker because of what you brought back favorable in report. You confirmed the word of Yah. So I say to you, Yahshua,
Hallelujah.
but you still Oshia, the son of Nun.
All right.
You talking about I think Yahshua. But if you know Yahshua, you know that means Yah is salvation. And he was salvation years before a Christ or a virgin birth. That did not happen. A story that somebody came up with, if all this is to be real, because a young lady snuck out on her proposed husband. So we got to come up with something. But we already had salvation, brothers.
Hallelujah.
We had it the day he came and made himself known to us.
Yes, sir.
What you think happened when we came out of Egypt? We were saved.
All right. Salvation.
That was salvation.
Hallelujah.
That's why he said, I have saved you. When there was no strange help in you. When you was down in Egypt praying to all their gods. You were down in Egypt asking Pharaoh, who thought he was a god himself, to let you go, to ease up on you. I came, nobody listened to you. Even when I sent Moses and told him, let him go. He said, I know not to let him go. You know, you're talking to, you're in Pharaoh's house. You know what Pharaoh mean? Pharaoh mean big house.
All right.
I'm a big man.
Yes, sir.
I don't answer to nobody.
Yeah, the buck stop here.
Y'all said I had to save you
Yes, sir.
when you didn't know nothing. And nobody knew you. But they provoked, verse 16.
They provoked him to jealousy.
Yes.
With strange deities.
By picking up strange idols.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Mm-hmm.
They sacrificed unto devils.
Yes.
Not to Elohim.
Yes.
Not to deities whom they knew not. To new deities that newly came up. Whom your fathers feared not.
Who they fear not.
Of the rock that begot thee.
Mm-hmm.
Thou art unmindful.
That's the same thing Isaiah would echo.
And have forgotten Elohim. And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them because the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
Do you not see Isaiah fulfilling the word and saying how the word of Yah it was fulfilled? What Moses wrote many years before him. Isaiah was coming along and letting the people know in that day that man is coming to pass. Y'all are making this come to pass.
All right.
Go ahead.
And he said, I will hide my face from them.
So the Creator said, I'll hide my face from them.
I will see what their end shall be.
Them as a people.
For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
They don't have no faith.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Me to anger with their vanities.
With their vain things.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
That's why we running around here all flustered and upset and mad out of our mind, talking about the white man, because the Almighty said, I'm going to move you to jealousy with a people that's not a people. You don't even know. That's the only reason why you run around here hollering and screaming about him, because y'all might have put you in the midst of him. That's a people that's not even a people. Never was. One country. Indivisible. For liberty and justice for all. There ain't never been one country. Never been one country. You can't show me a period in the history of the United States where they've been one country.
Been a melting pot for many countries.
They've never been. They've never had and achieved total unity as a nation. I will move you to jealousy with a people which are not a people.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
I will provoke you and provoke you to anger with a foolish nation. And I know this ain't talk about white, but I'm just talking about that. I know I grew up with them.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, my partner, my road dog, when I was young, my best buddy, my childhood friend, he was white. I spent time around him. When he say they can be foolish, I know what he means.
Point blank.
And then don't let
That
some
foolish-
other things get introduced into the fray.
All right.
Like alcohol.
Oh,
Huh?
watch out.
Like that twig.
Watch out.
I'm not gonna get on that twig because some of y'all are angry for that
Watch
twig.
out.
Don't let that twig get on there.
Watch out.
Huh? But I remember I graduated high school. We walked out the door, the boy sitting on the girls, her parents never had a house, big old house they had, over in Hyde Park. She threw the party. Boy sitting on the thing, we walked out, me and my partner. But we hadn't gotten into too much, we trying to keep our right mind. And we just looking at him, he just sitting there, staring off in space. And everybody out milling around. Next thing you know, this fool bust out, and I call him a fool. That fool bust. Here they come! Here they come! He started jumping and dodging, and we like, what the going on? Everybody stop! Here they come! Here they come! You see him? You see him? He just jumping around. What is wrong with him? They coming! They coming! The aliens, man! The aliens! They coming! Man, my partner said, man, he can take a couple steps over here. I'm gonna lay him out. I said, don't hit him, man. Don't do him like that. Leave that boy alone. I said, you know what's wrong with him? He done got a hold of that good stuff.
Bad stuff.
And they get bad stuff. But his mind gone. Did you not see when we came out, he was just off in the... Then all of a sudden he just broke out and here they come. And we looking like, who coming? You know, you say that around fly, we like, hey, that's the man, that's cold. You know, so we like, hey, it's going down. He running around talking about some aliens. They all around us. They who is that? And then by the time we left, he back in the stool. I said, oh man, we just bad by like this. Woo! So I've been around them. They don't need nothing. And if you doubt me, go down to ball games. Go down to the ball game. Go down to the ball game. Hey! They just get off the.
Yes, sir.
Like I'm talking about what is factual. And the thing about it is, sometimes even when I talk with them, they'll admit it. They won't get mad. They'll be like, yeah, that's how we is. You know, every day, they'll be like, what's this? They won't be shy. They'll be like, that's how we is. We be like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that. But they like, yeah. But the Almighty said, I'm gonna put you in the midst of them. So when they act a fool, you sitting in wonderment like, man, how they do it? The Almighty done already addressed it. When I see it, I'm like, that's what they do. That's what they've been doing. Because the Creator said of what? Verse 22.
For a fire is kindled in my anger,
He wants you to know a fire is kindled in his anger.
and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
Ever since this man been given the wicked, been given dominion, earth been in trouble. Earth been in trouble. Go ahead.
I will heap mischiefs upon them.
And he talking about upon us.
I will send my arrows upon them.
He's slinging his arrows at us.
They shall be burnt with hunger.
We burnt with hunger.
And devoured with burning heat.
Devoured with burning heat.
And with bitter destruction.
And bitter destruction. That's not heat because it's 110. That's a heat that you feel like when you get heated. When people say, I'm heated. That's what he's talking about, anger. You burn with heat. You burn it. You're mad all the time. That's why people are mad. That's why our people are mad. They sit on edge. Just upset. What's up, brother? I ain't your damn brother. Yeah, all right. Let me move on over here then. How you doing, lady? Hey. Now, next guy come along and be like, hey, ho. You scratch your head like, wait a minute, hold on. You like, wait a minute, hold on. My Twilight Zone? Y'all know, huh? I told you I'm going to keep it real today. Am I lying? Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Moray.
Thank you.
That's right on point.
Because they burning the heat. Yeah, you got to talk to the street.
That response street.
They don't know nothing. All that nice guy stuff and all that chivalry stuff. Get out of here with that. Ain't on there.
Don't be holding no door. I get my own door.
Yeah, but you holding the door. I was like, I'm holding it for you. I thought, okay. I died. Slam it in your face. So we burning. All this is coming on us. Keep going, brother.
I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them.
Yeah, beasts get after us. Don't think he's just talking about lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. No, he's talking about beasts. Beasts are after us. They are. When they're chasing us. Hey, bah, knock cars over here. Bah, knock car over there. Woo! Jump out, grabbing him.
We don't have sharks.
The teeth of beasts. Come on.
With the poison of serpents
The poison
of the dust.
of serpents. Them that don't outright come at you like beasts, the ones that slither up to you, they worse.
Yes, sir.
The ones that sneakily do and bring your demise, they worse. Because you don't even see them, they like, next thing you know, you walk on, you just, well, you're dead. But the Almighty said, this is what you're seeing. Then look at this.
The sword without.
Now, ain't nobody running around here with no katanas and ninja swords. When he says sword, he's talking about instrument of destruction. So he says here, the sword without is going to make them to perish.
And terror within.
And terror within.
Shall destroy both the young man and the virgin.
Meaning
the suckling also with the man of gray hair.
Destroying who?
Oh.
Young man.
Young man.
And what?
And the virgin.
Ain't nobody Ain't nobody immune to this. But say you
Nobody.
get some of this too.
Yes, sir.
Babies too.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, terror within and the sword without. They run, don't even let the car stop. Jump out, pop the little boy, 12 years old, playing with a toy gun. That's a baby. But your might say he ain't not immune to it. And to the grownest of men. To the grownest of men. What you looking at, old man? They put their shirt back. You want some of this? You better keep on stepping. Not like when I was a young cat. The old man ruled streets. Little young cat, we'd be like, oh, hey, Mr. So-and-so. Hey, Mr. So-and-so. These babies, they be like, what? You want some of this? I got some for you. You better keep moving. Old man. An old man, no, keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Huh? The gray hair don't mean nothing to them.
Yes, sir.
This is what's wrong with us. The Almighty said what? 26.
I said I would scatter them into corners.
Because I said I would do this to them for leaving me. Like my brother said when he's talking about if the child don't want to act right in the house, it come a certain time if it's going to be your house, you got to pick the house or the child. If it's going to be your house.
All right.
Now, if you ready to relinquish control over to the child and let him, and he get to stay there. If not, here come this slugger,
Better start doing some thumping.
and you get to stepping. Take them 14s
Oh,
and hit that pavement out there. Huh?
you better know it.
Huh?
Oh,
Well, that's what the Almighty told us. It's time to get to stepping. This is my house. This land is my land. See, he didn't sing the song like, this land is our land. This land is your land.
it is my land.
From all the way in Judah to Naphtali Island. No, he ain't saying that. He said, this land is my land. And I'm king here.
Hallelujah.
All of it belongs to me. And you can't act right, all of you can get out. Huh? And he had no problem doing it, did he?
No, not at all.
We had to get out.
Huh?
And we had to leave.
We had to get out.
Hit to your children. Hit to your children. Hit to your children. I ain't got no problem doing it. They say, well, Daddy, you getting old. Yes, but I'm like the prophets. I got 2 witnesses. Called Stick and Bigger Stick. And if these hands can't do it, now I ain't gonna go that far. If these hands can't do it,
It's called leather and wood.
these hands can't do it. Believe me, I got something that's gonna get your attention. But you getting out of here.
Daddy called it 32.
But you gotta get out of here. Huh? Yeah. I did. I was going there, but I did. Both my brothers, they went to the service. That was the best place for them. Somebody wasn't gonna make it had they stayed at home. And I put my money on my mom every day of the week, and still do. She almost 8 years old. My money on my mom. There ain't no food going over there. No, that stops at the door. I don't care if you're wheelchair. That stops at the door. Chris said, I scattered them into the corners
I will make the remembrance.
Now keep this in mind now what Moses is writing, because Isaiah is echoing this. He said what?
I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
He was so infuriated that he really actually wanted to just completely do away with us. He wanted to really completely just just give up Israel. That's how infuriated he was. He says, except what? Were it not
that I feared the wrath of the enemy.
And we went over that once before. That don't mean he was scared of them. That meant that he had known, actually, when he's saying this fear here, he had known they would take credit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They would boast themselves of what they did.
Yes, sir.
That he didn't do it, they did it. They were the ones responsible for the complete annihilation of the holy people. And he knew this. So he said, I had to gather myself. I had to control myself. I had to get a hold of my anger.
Lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hands is high, and Yahweh have not done all this.
Then he comes back to his people and say,
for they are a nation void of counsel.
They are void of counsel. They receive not counsel from me. Neither is there any understanding in them at all. Let's go back to Isaiah.
Hallelujah.
That's just a portion of Moses' song. But Isaiah is echoing it. The Almighty is repeating this message through the prophet Isaiah.
Hallelujah.
Isaiah 1, verse 5.
Hallelujah. Why should you be stricken?
If the Almighty said that this punishment, the darndest thing, this punishment, like all punishments, it was meant to reform you. But you such a bad seed. You such a rotten apple. You won't even be reformed.
Mercy.
You won't even be. He said, why then? And so he goes on to say at a certain point, because this is picking up in this history, this prophecy. And he's saying, why should I stricken you anymore? Why should I even whoop you anymore? Why? Why? Because the more I whoop you, that's the more you revolt.
You revolt
more and more with every lash I give you. You refuse to return. So the whipping don't do you no good. That's what my mama told me. She said, I'm tired of whipping you. She hung the bell up. She said, I'm tired of whipping you. It ain't working. I done went to whipping you with your clothes on. You got immune to that. Because you put on triple pair of drawers, so you got immune to that. Then I tried to whip you without clothes. You got immune to that. Your hide got tough. You got immune to that. I don't know. These whippings ain't working no more. You give me a good workout. You got to chase you under the bed and all this old kind of stuff, get the scissors and stuff. But I'm done with that. So what does it have to take to get through to you? That's what Chris said. I don't whip it. And it ain't working. He said, evidently you got a real big problem that even the whipping can't solve up here. Something
It ain't clicking.
Ain't clicking. Every what? Every head
It's sick.
is sick.
And the whole heart faints.
And I heard the other week, and we want to get mad, but they put out the study the other week, and they said that we up there, and they listed everything: ADHD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. They listed all the mental things, and they put us up there at number one. Now we get mad at that. Oh, they always try to put us up there, and we gonna get mad at that. But you know what? They're absolutely correct. We the sickest people. We the sickest people in this nation, and we gonna get mad at it. And we suffer from everything. He said every head is sick. I know this right. Every heart. He said every heart is what?
Faint.
It's faint. What's faint?
Wow.
It's weak. Huh? It's weak. Then the Creator said from the sole of your foot, the big toe, underneath, the underside, the sole of your foot, even to the crown of your head, the top of your head, there is no soundness. There's not a soul, there's not a body that's totally healthy among his people. You tell me about you a vegan, vegetarian, meat eater, carnivore, you can make up an isotarian. Isotarian. Yeah, you don't need nothing but ice.
Nothing but ice.
Somebody,
I like that frozen stuff.
Hey, we laugh at it, but somebody in the next few years will come up. I'm an isotarian. Watch. Y'all be saying, brother, they right crazy, boy. I'm an isotarian. What's that? I don't need nothing but something that's frozen. Ice. But y'all might say it don't matter what you subscribe. He said it's not a. That's why people were so taken back when big brother Michael Clark Duncan died of a massive heart attack, and he was a pure straight vegetarian, no meat. Yes, hadn't had meat in years, and massive heart attack, not heart attack. The kind that it's gone. Massive heart attack took him out. Took him out. Because the Almighty said, there is no soundness. You're not healthy. You're not in a healthy state.
Yes, sir. Not even in a healthy way.
If you are here, I have to teach. If you are here, not saying give up on doing right-minded things, but if you are here because of the mercy and the grace and the endurance and compassion. That's why I had to say the other week, I had to accept his compassion and his blessing. I had to accept it. I can't say I ain't getting one because I'm only here because of that. I might not have all of it, but I have what I need. Because I'm only here. I sure enough know this man is only here because of that. I'm talking going all the way back to childhood. They should have been laid me down. Huh? Fool enough to touch the spark plug on a running lawnmower? Huh? And you hear the talk? What's that do? Yang! And you walking around today? Yeah, all right. Setting Old Spice deodorant on fire and then burning down the house. Yeah. You gotta hold the daddy's over. Man, okay. Woo. Green, blue, woo. And it's just burning. I knocked it down on the floor. Big old hole in the rug. I said, who put a hole in the... And what's this burn smell? I don't know. I don't know.
Don't have a clue.
Huh? You talking about burning with heat? She just turned red, Jack. Black person turned red. She just didn't even want me for her, because she probably would have killed me. She would have killed me. I just sent her to her. She went in the room, closed the door, and that was it. Told my dad, you got to deal with him. And my daddy was easy-minded, so he's like, hey, I'm going back here chill. I said, what? That hole there, day they pulled that carpet up, Jack. Hey, I told y'all. Bad little Dickens. I know mercy was with me. But as the old folks say, be careful.
What you wish for.
You reap what you sow.
That's right.
Where he at?
There you go.
Where he at? Y'all have mercy. Y'all have mercy. Keep going, brother.
Verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
There's no soundness in it.
But wounds.
Wounds, old wounds.
And bruises.
Bruises.
And petrifying sores.
That's been here.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Some of us are dealing with things, what did that say, residual effect? Some of us are dealing with things that's been generation upon generation that ain't never been dealt with. Some of us are, I ain't gonna say some, a lot, all of us.
All of
A whole lot.
Yes.
The things that's plaguing us are family legacies that have never been dealt with. Never been dealt with. Never been dealt with.
That's nation.
Never been dealt with. When you as a black person scared the job through Bond Hill and Avondale. Scared to walk through Bond Hill and Avondale. And you can see your white counterpart come walk right through the rough of the streets. Jog right through the rough of the streets with no care. And you live there every day of life. You think, I want to do that. I want to do what I knew. That's a residual effect of how, again, they don't even need the gospel. That's a residual effect of how our mind is, because they've always been able to move about us, because our mind acquiesces to that's still master or master's child.
That's right.
And we know how to respect him.
Yeah.
Even when we don't know how to respect each other, we know how to respect him.
Yeah, that's right.
That's residual effect.
That's right.
Of what's been with us since we've been here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I know that.
We know where to get it when they come by.
I know that's a bona fide fact.
Be talking on job. Man, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. That white boy come in here again, I'm gonna do this. And then when he walk in, he be like,
Yes, sir, man.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing? How was your weekend, bud?
What you say? What you say, Daryl? Man, hush up, man. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, yeah, because they ain't going
Then you have something you want to tell boss? Man, look, man. Hey, come here, man. Go outside with me. He gonna cuss you out. You cuss him out.
That's true.
Put me on Front Street like that. No, I'm just saying, you told me what you go. Man, I don't do this, man. Let's go. We get quiet. Huh?
Yes, they do.
When I worked out at Office Depot, brother, just give me, brother, on one brother online, be like, man, let me have about this, have about this. And I start talking about scripture. Man, you see the whole line, you think leprosy rose up in my forehead. They start moving down the line. And I'm saying white, I'm saying black. They trying to distance us. They try to move the slot next to me. They switch. They move 2 slots down. I said, gracious. Next thing I look up, and I got a table or a line full of white people hanging on my every word. Tell us some more. Tell us some more. I said, and now my people, they up there to me, ooh, he get it. Look on their face, ooh, he get it.
They want to hear.
He gonna be lit. He gonna be fired. I said, look at them trembling.
Yeah, if it's scared, say it.
Huh? Get behind you. Morning, he ain't even got, now he ain't got to hit the light. You get behind you, just go down 5 miles an hour. But this is, I'm saying it, this is residual effect. This is what's been with us.
And he got nothing in the corner.
The Almighty said these things, that's why that old senator, yeah, he wrong. Some of that, well, I wasn't around. I don't think they need to be paid. I didn't have no slaves. But it's the residual effect of what your fathers did to our fathers and how they benefited and still benefited today.
Yes, sir.
Things are set up, a system is set up for them to live in today that is not set up for us. That didn't start with but it started with your folks.
That's right. And you benefit from it.
And you still benefiting from it.
Greatly.
And you still practicing
It.
the same things that they practice.
Thoroughly.
Only in a covert way.
But
But you still practice. He told them, yeah, ain't that the pitiful thing? He told them, well, I think we paid him in full. We voted in a black president. And you wanted, and the minute he got in, you was trying to chase him out the door. Come back, you gave him a black president. And you were trying to chase him out the door. You the one, if not you, you was with the crowd that said, we gonna do all we can to make sure he a one-term president. And you want to holler and scream now, talking about because you had him, they had him, they got reparations. And he didn't do anything for us anyway. I know folks don't, now they really don't, well,
He did.
but it's the truth.
It's the whole truth.
He did something for them.
Do something.
Because for them, that's when they can come out the closet.
Because they told them we have a mandate.
Let me tell you, this is I ain't speaking nothing that ain't factual. This is factual, it's recognized. They said under the Obama administration, more was done for the homosexual and gay and lesbian community than anybody else.
45 presidents.
This is where they started coming out. They never came out under nobody else until he came in office. Now they have more say and more control than even you and I. So much that they don't even raise a flag in front of City Hall this week. Where your flag at? Where your flag at? They done raise a flag on the post of City Hall, a rainbow flag, to let them know that this city is LGBTIQKA. They might well say alphabetically, say it.
The parade going on.
But where is your, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. And it's banners flying all up and down 7th Street, 5th Street, all up and down downtown.
Silva said he's now made whole.
But
Silva made whole.
where is yours? They felt comfortable to come out and be healed, but where is yours? They've been healed for all them years they had to stay in the closet. Because you better not say nothing. Like I said, one brother spoke out, even though he played a gay role, he spoke out years later, and he can't even make get on Sesame Street.
Right. On Sesame Street.
He said, but your bruises, your sores, they have not been closed. We still walking around here with open wounds. They have not been bound up. Neither have they been mollified with oil or ointment. Then look at verse 7.
Your country.
Your country.
Desolate.
Because you have a country, you just don't know you. That's how bad we are.
Yes,
we don't
sir.
even know. Everybody else will say they got a country.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else will say they got a country.
Yes, sir.
You the only thing running around here that don't even know you have a country. outside of America. But practically every other man can come here and he living practically, even if he don't physically live, he practically living what they call a dual citizenship. Because he have a country in the end he can go back to and he recognized.
Yes, sir.
But you don't have that. You do, but you don't recognize. Because we've been messed up.
Yes, sir.
Because we've been messed up. And the Almighty said, as a result, your country that you see on the news, that you see them talk about, that you see the PLO, Palestinian Authority, that you see Israel, Jews, Edomites, that you see Jordan, that you see Saudi Arabia, that you see Yemen, that you see Dubai, that you see Lebanon, that you see the United States, that you see Russia, that you see China, that you see France, that you see Germany, all these nations you see fighting over it, and it don't belong to none of them. That's yours. And it's being devoured.
Yes, sir.
Right in your face.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Right in your presence. It's desolate, and your city is burnt with fire.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Them ain't the holy people. Them strangers.
Yes, sir.
Walking around on the soil promised to your forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Soil that belonged rightfully to you. Strangers living there now. In your presence.
And it is desolate.
And it's desolate.
As overthrown by strangers.
Most of the land promised to us is not even inhabited. There is a strip. That's all the state of Israel is a strip. Most of the land of Canaan is not even inhabited. What Yah promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's desolate and overthrown by strangers.
And the daughters of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
And if you ever, what you get the picture here is because a cottage is like a little house in the midst of a planting of a vineyard. And if you leave that cottage and there's nobody to till it, there's no man there. What happens, I don't have to draw it because y'all gonna make fun of me. The vines just grow up and grow over top of it. And vines are strong, stronger than they look. They grow so long and so strong, they'll bust through windows.
Yeah, yes they will. Brick too.
They'll bust through brick.
That's how the most I said.
They'll get into the foundation. This is what the Almighty is talking about. He said the daughters of Zion is left like a cottage that nobody lived there. And the vineyard overtake it as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Then look at verse 9. Except
Yahweh of hosts had left us a very small remnant.
That's why I said he always dealt with us as a whole. But his saving grace, see, all this we're reading about up to verse 9 is talking about Israel as a whole. But his saving grace for Israel is what?
A very small remnant.
A very small residue. A very small portion. A very small group. Now you say, but black people are so many. Let me show you what the Almighty means when he said a remnant and a very small group. Because you'll say, man, all those thousands of blacks that came over on the ships, that's a great number, Brother Aaron. But let me show you why the Almighty said you're a remnant. That's a remnant. Hold this page. Hold this page and go to Genesis 15. We got to let y'all talk.
Hallelujah.
They said they have not counsel of me. He'll show you why he said it's a very small remnant. Even if you can say 100,000, 200,000, 300, he said that's a remnant. Because when you go to Genesis 15,
Hallelujah.
verse 5 and 6,
And he brought him forth abroad.
he brought him. This is Yahweh and Abraham. Yah brought Abraham abroad
And said,
and told him,
look now toward the heaven.
I want you to look towards the heaven.
And tell the stars,
Count the stars.
if thou be able to number them.
And if you ever looked up, and my brother said in the sky and seen a star at night, you can't count. You start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you give up. You give up. Because you can't number them. Huh?
I tried.
You can't do it, can you? They fill the whole sky. As far as the eye can see, you can't, so you can't count them. That's what the Almighty told Father Abraham your seed would look like. That's why he said later, ain't no need in trying to count them. Because you can't count them. So ain't no need in trying to count them unless you count them for war, conscripting them for war. Because now you're pulling out a certain number of people, you're pulling out a certain people. And you can do that. But if you're trying to do it on a whole scale, don't even waste your time. Because my promise to Abraham is that they will be as the stars in heaven, unnumerable. Unnumerable. And then the Almighty fulfilled that promise. Turn to Deuteronomy, the 1st chapter. Because he fulfilled what he promised to him. And that's in Genesis, the what chapter?
It's Genesis 15
okay.
and 5.
All right. 15th chapter? 15th chapter.
What are you talking about?
That's in the 15th
What
chapter?
we just got done reading.
What you just
Yes,
got done
sir.
reading? Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. I just want to make sure it's in.
Yes, sir.
Go to Deuteronomy, 1st chapter.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure that was in the 15th chapter.
Yes, sir. That's in the 15th chapter.
Okay.
5th verse.
5th verse?
5th and 6th verse.
Because he believed, Abraham believed that and it was counted to him righteousness, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, he believed it, and guess what? It's not that it's going to happen. It's that it already did happen. It was fulfilled. Right here. Deuteronomy 1.
Yes, sir.
Start at verse 8.
Hallelujah. Behold, I have set the land before you.
He said, this is Moses. He said, behold, I have set the land before you.
Go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers.
Which Yahweh did what?
Swore unto your fathers.
Swore to your fathers. And we just read where he swore to our first father, Abraham. To your fathers who?
Abraham.
He told him.
Ishmael.
He didn't change when he got to Isaac.
And Yaakov.
And he didn't change when he got to Yaakov.
To give unto them and their seed after them.
And I spoke unto you at that time, saying, at the time that we came toward the land, I spoke to you saying, I am not able to bear you alone. Because Yahweh your Elohim has. What's has?
Has to.
Am I adding anything to the book?
No.
Am I teaching anything that's a lie?
No.
Well, some of y'all ain't responding to me.
No, sir.
Try again. Have I added anything?
No.
Am I teaching anything that's a lie?
No.
Well, I would hate for somebody to come and say he teaches something, and y'all would say, yeah, it might be. I want to make sure y'all understand.
No, sir.
Has, hath, did.
Already.
These all put you in past tense.
It's done.
It's done. Is this what Moses said?
Yes, sir.
He said, Yahweh has what?
Have multiplied you.
And what?
Behold.
Behold.
You are this day.
You are right now as I'm talking to you.
as the stars of heaven
as the stars of heaven
for a multitude.
for multitude.
Hallelujah.
So when Moses was talking to him, he saying that, well, he got to do this? What he told Abraham. No, he told him, as I'm talking to you right now, you are become as what he promised, Father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You like the stars for a multitude in heaven. Then in parentheses, Moses asked what he feels in blessing the children of Israel. That's why this is in parentheses. He said, because even though you as the stars of heaven, may Yah Elohim of our fathers make you even 1,000 times more than what you already are.
Hallelujah.
In other words, the spirit of Israel, you should never diminish.
Hallelujah.
You should never be in the minority state.
All right.
You should never be less than any other nation. You should be the greatest thing upon the face of all this earth, because the earth belongs to you, because the earth belongs to Yahweh and the fullness thereof, and you his sons and you his daughters.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So even though we like the stars of heaven, may he multiply us even 1,000 times more, where we even overrun this and we run this whole thing.
Hallelujah.
That's what Moses wanted for the people.
Yes.
May you never diminish. Same thing y'all wanted for the people. That's why he told them when they went into captivity. Take sons, take daughters in marriage, increase and not diminish.
Yes.
Even if you in captivity, make yourself even more than your captives.
Well,
Hallelujah.
Multiply even more than your captives. Like you was doing in Egypt. When they looked up and they said, oh, this is Egypt. But we got more Hebrews in Egypt than we got Egyptians. Something wrong with this. And they became scared. They said, least war break out. We got to cut this thing out. But he said, Yahweh, Elohim of your father, make you 1,000 times many more than you are. And may he bless you as he have promised you.
Hallelujah.
But that's not what got to us. That's not what came to us. What came to us is what the Almighty said when he said, I will scatter you and I will make you among the heathen the minority. And that's what we are.
Yes, sir.
Compared to what we should be. So when you talk about 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, that's a portion compared to what this just described about us. That's why he said again, going back to Isaiah, the first chapter, the 9th verse, except Yah of hosts had left us a very small remnant.
We should have been at Sodom.
And he always would work like that. Only a remnant went into the land. Only a remnant stayed with the Almighty when the nation of Israel split up. Only a remnant. 10 tribes to the north. 2 tribes to the south. That's a remnant. That's what's left over. Only a remnant was recognized in the Persian Empire when he said there's a certain people that got laws different than yours. That was a small select group. Only a remnant survived the Grecian era and stayed with the law of the Almighty Yah. Everybody else became Hellenized. If you don't know what Hellenization means, that means they became Greek.
yes.
They became Alpha, Alpha, Kappa. Phi, Beta, Beta.
Watch out now.
Oh. Stop that, brother. Get back on here.
Watch out now.
Mula, Mula, Muna, or whatever they want to call it.
Inside move. Watch out.
They became Hellenized.
Yes, sir. Lambda.
Lambda, my brother said. But only a remnant stayed Israel. Only a remnant stayed Israel. Only a remnant stayed Israel in the Roman era. Most of the people became Roman. That's why the saying was coined. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Because that was the phrase of the day. When in Rome, do as the Romans. So when you go in that bathhouse and you don't see nothing but grown men and little boys,
Don't say nothing. You do it.
if you Israel, you be like, something ain't right.
Now you burn it.
But if you're Roman and want to be Roman,
Don't have your seat.
what's going on in here? Come on, we'll show you. Come and we'll show you. Like that little brother that played football. My brothers used to beat me up all the time. Brother beat me up all the time. My brother beat me up all the time. Well, that's what brothers do. Now you go to school, college, and he come back talking about, well, you know what? I think I'm gay. Because he done hooked up with a little white boy who somebody done messed him up. And that white boy got a hold of him and messed him up. Now on draft day, when he's getting drafted, instead of having a woman stroking his head, he got a white one doing it. I said, what is that? And look, just as crazy as all get out. Women running all around the living room. Even white, I would have preferred, even though they white, I would have preferred they run all around the place.
Right.
And this little hard knot
Man. It's hard.
trying to stroke his head like a woman would, and it's just as rough and everything. I said, man. And he uncomfortable. You can see him sitting there like, stop. But the little boy done turned him out.
He was already turned on Galilee.
Huh? Done turned him out. Huh? I ain't gonna say, some of it, if they done heard me teach, they know where I'm, but I ain't gonna say the high school I went to. But they got a page now. The sister I graduated with, she told me, you need to get on there and see that page. She said, they got a page on there. Said all the kids on there. Said they getting on there now talking about all the stuff they used to go on down there. And that's how they would get parts and plays. And they would, and everything. She said, I knew y'all would mess up in that because y'all didn't even get in the plays. I said, that's right. But said they got a whole page that said kids, young boys just coming out the wazoo. How they went to spend the night at this teacher's house and this principal's house, and they did this and they did that, and what they did to them. That's why I could tell you, I know about Hollywood, because I was in that setting. It's magnified once you get out there. And you wonder why they out there doing everything under the sun. Kids running around acting. It's crazy.
7, 8 years old.
And I went to a high school that's patterned after that. That's how a lot of them got them parts. Because we be looking, we like, man, everybody auditioning and the same kids getting the same lead roles. You mean can't nobody else down here sing and dance and remember lines that the same kid got to get the lead role in every single year? Well, it wasn't nothing about that. It was about the other stuff that was happening that we didn't know was happening and that we wasn't going to be part of. Because even though she stuck me down, then my mother was like, and excuse my French, I was like, look, they saying that we can stay all night. And they would say, my mother's answer to me was, hell no. It was quick, fast, and in a hurry. She said, if they want you, they'll get you when they get there. Hell no. You ain't staying with nobody. You bring your home. I said, that's it. I went and told my teacher. She said, you know what? And I got to go home. He was like, and I saw the reaction. It was a different reaction. The kids that could acquiesce to that, that's who got the faith. And I was like, hey, this thing fucking. Because I go back to a remnant. A remnant in dealing with this. Because that's what it's about. Like I said, the Almighty gonna deal with Israel as a whole. I keep repeating that. But it's about the saving grace is about a remnant. It ain't about the whole. Ain't never been about the whole. It was a remnant that ran out of Rome into the hills of Masada. That was a small community of people that left Roman life altogether, left the city of Rome, left all that Rome had. They said, let us escape into the mountains. That was a little bitty community of thousands of people. But they did so to hold on to the only life that they knew and the life of their forefathers. It was never the whole. When they talked to the whole, man, get out of here. Get in. And that's why the Almighty says, let's keep, and hold on to, I'm going to get you. Don't want to lose my train of thought. Except Yah had left us a very small remnant. That's why we sit here today in Cincinnati. And this congregation is only this big. Don't be perturbed. Don't be frustrated. It's meant to be like this. This is a remnant. This is what's left over of Yahweh people. You what's left over. Even when we was one big house, we were still only a remnant. We were still only what was left over. Even when we was all together, we were still what was left over.
Hallelujah. People don't like me, man.
In Cincinnati, in Atlanta, in Philadelphia. Some brothers starting off in houses. They have to start off in this hellhole called America.
Hallelujah.
And falsehood. And that's all the Almighty have ever left. That's what he left on the slave ships coming over here, was a remnant.
Yes, sir.
Just a remnant. Because a remnant are also what, Sister Bia? Survivors.
Yeah.
So you can't be a remnant if you ain't living.
Hallelujah.
That's why I said survivors. So some of our people, they jump. They said, I can't even deal with this. And they jump ship. And died. Some got taken and dropped off and were broken middle way. And then some said, hey, we learned the rules of engagement, even if we can't do it overtly. Fail. But some said, even if we can't do it overtly, we come up with covert things to preserve our way. We sing our way through this.
Hallelujah.
Old, I ain't talking about with music. I'm talking about the very, very, very old Negroes hymns where they just stomp and beat with a stick.
All right.
Almighty shut the mouth of the lions in the den. Almighty shut the mouth of the lions in the den. For Daniel's sake. For Daniel's sake. Now they overseer walk around. What the hell are you talking about Daniel? They won't know what they knew what they was talking about. They looking at that ship. They looking at the being the lions. But they being preserved, so they said the Almighty is shutting the mouth of the lion for Daniel's sake. For us that's holding on to Yah, he is preserving us.
Hallelujah.
And this man ain't touched us. So we started disguising things.
Sir.
Even in the field picking cotton, we were disguising things. Cold. When I looked up and looked at this, he knew exactly what I was talking about. And then it was rhythmatic. They looking out and saying, man, that looked pretty. But we was telling the story.
Right. That's what Papa.
Our language was back. Because sometimes when we carry things, we never strayed far. We were carrying things and we were signaling because we were going back to what we knew.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
And I knew it, and you knew, I could tell you. That's why we could communicate. Hey, we're going to meet way back there. But this was to the remnant. This wasn't to the whole. Because the whole, they going to mess it up. What you say, brother? I hear that they're a meeting in the back, way back there. Man, what is you doing?
They do it every day on the radio.
They do it right now.
Because they have no counsel. They void of understanding. How can you tell a man that don't understand nothing and involve him in something that you understand and you trying to make headway? He don't even understand when to keep his mouth shut. He'll give up everything. But the Almighty said, except I left them a remnant, we should have been in what?
As Sodom.
And that was completely destroyed.
And we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
And that's why he's referencing those two.
Hear the word of Yahweh, ye rulers of Sodom.
And now he's telling you that rule Sodom, these people.
Give ear unto the law of our Elohim.
And he said, give ear to the law of our Elohim.
Ye people of Gomorrah.
You people of Gomorrah, you people. So the rulers and you people.
All right.
Y'all need to return back to me.
To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
And don't talk to me about no sacrifice. Sacrifice is only meant to make up for when you do wrong. Learn how not to do wrong and you ain't got to worry about sacrifice.
All right. I am full of the burnt offerings of rams.
I don't need them anyway.
And the fat of fed beasts. And I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of he-goats. When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hand to tread my courts, bring no more vain oblations.
Don't bring me nothing if it's vanity, it's vain. If you don't bring it with the right meaning and the right understanding. Incense is an abomination, and even that's an abomination to me.
The new moon.
And it is, because now you burn it in your house.
Yes.
More so to kill smells.
Yes, sir.
Of that twig than you is for anything else. The new moon and your Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with it, but it is iniquity, even your solemn meeting. Your new moon and your appointed feast, my soul hate. I hate the way you conduct yourself because it's not of me. They are trouble to me. I am weary to bear them. And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you. When you make many prayers, they was out marching up and down Red Road yesterday.
Yes.
Marching and bullhorn and praying.
Yes.
Somebody said, I will not hear.
Your
hands are full of blood.
Yes, sir.
Wash you and make you clean.
Hallelujah.
This is what I want. Put away, and this is what the remnant will do. So this message ain't for everybody.
All right.
Because everybody won't do this. Every man won't wash himself and make himself clean and put away the evil of his doings from before Yahweh's eyes. Every man won't cease to do evil. Every man is not concerned with learning to do well. And that's do well defined by Yahweh.
Yeah.
And not some well, not what you can live with, not what you think is right, but that's all the way Yahweh think is right. And most won't seek judgment. That's why they don't like judgment. They won't relieve the oppressed. They won't judge the fatherless. They won't plead for the widow. But the Creator said, if you will, here it is. He said, come, let us now reason together.
Let us reason together.
Because though your sin be as scarlet, speaking to the remnant. You can be white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they can be as wool. If you be willing and obedient, you can eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, as we are constantly doing, you will be devoured by the sword. That's why we stand mowed down. And why? Why? Because the mouth of Yah has spoken this.
Hallelujah.
What time is it, son? Still got time. Thank you for keeping track. At this time, I'm going to break though and take the comment because my sister had her hand up. And then we're going to slide over. To chapter 3 of Isaiah. We're not going away from Isaiah. Isaiah is speaking to us today. And in dealing in this remnant. The Almighty is telling us, like I said, till we know the problem. We can't fix the problem until we know it. And these words are truth. That's what's got to be brought to us. Let's go to Isaiah 3rd chapter. Because the Creator said we are a sinful nation. A people laden with iniquity. A seed of evildoers. He's categorizing the children in whom in no faith. He said we have no counsel in him. He said we sick from head to toe. He said we faint and faint-hearted. And moreover, all things we have forsaken him. And in forsaking him that nourished us, that raised us up, he can't raise us up. He can't raise up proper children because we have forsook him. As I thought about it, see, it's twofold. Yes, I am to raise my children. Definitely to raise them. But if they don't stay in the path in which I raise them, fault is on them as well. What I give them is not for them just to take and sit on it and stew on it and be like, What I give them is for them to take and utilize. Other than that, it's just going out. And my word is going out. But we are children that not utilized. So the Creator says this is the state that we in. As a whole, the remnant are trying to climb out of this state. But as a whole, look at the state of his people. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1.
For behold.
And we have to start here because starting here, we're going to get to the remnant. But we have to start here. Go ahead.
For behold, Yahweh of hosts,
yes,
do take away from Jerusalem.
Does take away from Jerusalem.
And from Judah.
And from Judah.
The stay.
Yes.
And the staff.
Yes.
The whole stay of bread.
The whole stay, meaning all of it.
And the whole stay of water.
And the whole stay of water. And if you got all your bread and all your water taken away from you, you what?
Hurt.
You hungry. And you thirsty.
Hurt.
Huh? And that's why out here in the streets they say they thirsty. Now the young kids, they thirsty.
Yeah.
Thirsty, give him a drink then. No, fool, he thirsty. He won't. And we thirsty. Not only young kids, we thirsty. We thirsty for many things.
Yes, sir.
We thirsty for justice.
Yes, sir.
We thirsty for equality. We thirsty for fairness. We thirsty for right treatment from our outside and inside.
Yes,
we thirsty from getting respect from one another. We just thirsty and hungry.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Well, I say the sisters Good sisters, they hungry. They thirsty. Huh?
Yes.
If you look like you halfway right.
All right.
You ain't now. You ain't even look.
Be right.
You ain't even got to worry about game.
No, sir.
You just have to worry about
No, sir.
can I give my game up? Let me listen to the Temptations.
Nah.
Full top, see what they saying,
Nah.
and take that, use it.
Nah.
Hey girl, you so sweet. Honey ain't got nothing on you. You know, there's something lame like that. You like, oh. And now all you gotta do is look like you're halfway right.
All right.
And you like the Pied Piper, because they thirsty. But sisters, brothers thirsty too.
Yes, they is.
They just hungry, but they thirsty. They just hungry as all get out. But they thirsty. Because they know it's bad for man to live alone. Huh?
Yes,
and I don't care how long you sit up playing Xbox and PlayStation with a bunch of hard knocks, sooner or later you want to break out and you want some feminine company.
Yes, sir.
And Leroy, because he now say Lisa, don't cut it.
All right.
That don't cut it.
Don't cut it.
That don't cut it. You want some feminine company. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. You got the right mind about you.
Hallelujah.
We thirsty. Huh? Young kids, they thirsty for attention. Yeah. These kids, they do stuff because they thirsty for it. They at that school, they bad, but they that's attention. Yeah. If I can't get attention, good, I'm going to get it some kind of way. Because you can reach these kids. Like I said, I coached Little League football, and I didn't have no problem with them. I see the parents, the kids, they falling all out. They drag, yeah, they screaming out. They get on the field with us and the coach, and because we know how to give them the right attention, yes, sir. They get there, get the white man. Yes, sir, Mr. Aaron. Yes, sir. What you want me to do, Mr. Aaron? Mr. Aaron ain't got no problem with them. And it ain't because I slapped them all upside the head and all this. Right. I showed them the right kind of attention. Right. And now I'm pulling out of them. Yeah. And one young fella's father, he snatched him off the field. To the car, he cussing him out. I ought to punch you and hit and talking to him like a grown man. And I'm following him. And the other coach, he was like, man, I ain't know what you gonna do, man. He was like, but I was looking. I said, no, I just followed him. And he punching, talking to him, man, get your in. We're going home. I said, hold on. And the truth, I said, y'all ain't going nowhere. He turned around and looked at me. I said, yeah, I'm talking to you. And he ain't going nowhere. And then I said, come in, man. I knelt down. Right. Yeah. Looked at him right eye, knelt down, got on his level, knelt down, right. And we started talking. I started talking to him. Little fella. His daddy standing by like. I looked at him. I said, now he's going back down to Jordan practice. Down there. About 10 minutes later, his father come lumbering down there. He looking at me all side-eye the rest of the day. My other partner, this coach, he like, man, you see? I said, he can look. I said, he can look. That's about all he gonna do. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm bad when I say these things. But I'm on the side of right. And I even know his problem. The only reason why you treat him that because somebody did you like that. And you need to be showed the right attention. But it never was done to you. But we're gonna do it for him. We never had no problem out of none of them kids. They loved us. I stopped coaching. They said, where Mr. Aaron? The coaches will tell me today, man, they be asking about you, man. When you coming back? Because I ain't got enough time, brother. Because I can't forsake mine. That's right. To come and take care of, even though I would love, but I just don't have enough time. It ain't but one of me. All right. And I barely got time to do what I'm doing. I said, a lot of y'all kids are grown and you don't have any of whatever it says. I don't have that. Mm-hmm. But they loved us. They loved us. But we thirsty. As a people, we thirsty. That's why we compound problems as well, though. I speak a lot about myself because that's all I know. So I go back to my childhood again. I remember one day I ran in the house. I was real thirsty. I don't know why she did it. I don't know how many of y'all remember it. But they used to have them Kool-Aid containers made like Mr. Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Y'all remember them?
yeah.
They were white pitchers. The pitchers made like Mr. Kool-Aid. See, they laughing because they know what I'm talking about. And that's what we made Kool-Aid up in. Man, I lit in the house one day and because I was playing. I lit in the house, hit the refrigerator, and right there, a whole big thing of in that thing, something red. And I said, Wanda made some Kool-Aid, boy, because she knew I was thirsty. And I hit that, boy, and I poured that stuff in a big old glass, and cool. She didn't have nothing else to put it in, but she was in a rush. I don't know what. But she had drained some blood off of something and put it in the sack. And I guess in the rush she just stuck it in the, and boy, I thought it was, boy, that thing hit my lips, because I was, when it hit my lips and my palate, all over the room. That's one time I'm acting like I'm grown. Mom, what's this? She said, what? What's in the Kool-Aid thing? Why didn't I tell you to stay out of my kitchen? And she gonna on me. You don't want to put in the Kool-Aid and she gonna go off on me. I think it's Kool-Aid. And she gonna go off on me. Some of that blood, fool. I said, man, now you tell me. So you ain't put me in there anyway. I done told you about going in my kitchen. I said, boy, I learned not to go in the kitchen, though. I did learn. Look at the ass.
Sacrifice.
But I was thirsty. Now the reason why I say that and brought that to mind is because that's what we so thirsty out here. We grab things looking like it's the right thing, and it's not. Women are grabbing men because they think that'll satisfy their thirst, and he can't. He can't. And well, not only that, not even to be that, he just don't satisfy that thirst. Because he ain't what you thought he was. You might have found you a boy inside a man's body.
All right.
That's true.
Even though he's 25, 28, he's just a boy inside a man's body. But you thirsty. Brothers, they thirsty.
Yeah.
They think they found it. But it ain't. They hungry. They hungry. And they think they got a full course meal. They got hors d'oeuvres.
They do not.
5 minutes later, you're still hungry.
And diarrhea.
But y'all might say he's taking away the whole what?
The whole
stay of bread. The whole stay of water. Now, let's go.
The mighty man.
Because sisters, for a minute, I'm just gonna look at this side of the room. Y'all chill for a minute. Y'all chill. We're gonna chill. We're gonna turn. We're gonna tilt it right over here. I wish I could take them cameras and tilt it right over here. He is taking away what?
The mighty man.
Oh.
And the man of war.
Yes.
The judge.
Huh?
The prophet.
The prophet.
And the prudent.
And the prudent.
And the ancient.
And the ancient.
The captain of
Because them that ancient and old, they don't like to be old.
No.
They want to be young.
Yes.
They want to droop or sad.
Sad. 65. Got his hands under his
They want to be with little clay and boom little romp on their stereo. Boom, 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 boom. Can't do that. Boom, 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 boom. Can't do that. Boom, boom. You be like, what? Whose sound is that? And he get out the car, big old widespread belly, all every grade of hair. Old man. Like Jerome on Martin.
Right.
I said Jerome in the house. What do you guys go get out? It's not a badge of honor.
That's right.
It's not honorable to say I'm old. call me, old.
Oh,
The same friend, be like, man, your pop's old. And what I tell you, tell him, darn Skippy. And don't get it twisted though, huh? But that don't change my game.
All right.
Cause I ain't gonna say what I want to say about the soul. Keep going, brother. Keep going. Keep going, brother.
Verse 3. Captain of 50.
Men that know how to be leaders. He's
And
taking that away. Captains over 50.
The honorable man.
Men that have honor.
The counselor.
Uh-huh.
And the cunning artificer.
The skillful art, men that know how to create things, because an artificer is somebody that know how to create things.
Yes, sir.
Where they at? Go ahead.
The elegant orator.
And the eloquent orator.
And I will give children to be their princess.
What have replaced them? Children.
And babes shall rule over them.
Huh? Don't have no Martin Luther Kings. No, don't get caught up on philosophy. Don't have no kings and Mount Mess. You got Tupacs. And little ZZ Flip or whatever they call them.
Young Thug.
Them are skillful warriors.
All right. Lil Wayne.
Oh, now him I heard of.
That's why the Creator said, even if they come in the spirit of even if you come to you in the spirit of drunkenness and falsehood, he would even be unto you.
Yes. R. Kelly.
Method man.
Man.
They're prophet.
He a prophet. Snoop Dogg, he a prophet now.
They're prophet. Yeah, he got a religious album.
Yeah.
Now, Snoop Dogg.
He changed his so-called way.
He got a religious album. Whatever sells. Whatever sells. That's what he is.
Whatever sells.
Whatever sells.
What they want to, they saying y'all, they saying y'all should. Okay,
Whatever
we're gonna
sells.
put that in the song.
But y'all might say, what? Children will
Children
become princes.
and babes shall rule over
And
them.
little babies rule over them.
And the people shall be oppressed.
And the people are oppressed. Avondale,
Everyone by another.
Barn Hill, all over. I ain't even got to keep going. All over the children, they run the streets. Drive up and down the streets, the children just run in the streets. Old people in the house scared to come out. Children run the streets.
Everyone by his neighbor.
Everyone by his neighbor.
The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
Again, child proudly against the ancient.
And the base.
You don't get your old, I hear him in my, you don't get your old in the house. You like, who they talking to? You look out, their mom be running. I said, boy, how things have changed. If I would have started off a sense, if you don't, there you go. There you go. How? I say, Mom, how they done changed. But I hear them, they be cussing and fussing, and you think they talking to their contemporary, and they talking to their parents. They be in the store. I was in the store. The girl was in the store. She was like, you gon' get this. Just talking to him. She was like, you go, shut up. I was like, what is going on? And she would have a mother that she was wheeling around. You know, her mom would drop one of them out of, and she was walking around. No, you gonna get this. Shut up. And I'm like, wow, this is. I'm like, I'm cringing like, wow. But he said the base should behave himself against the honorable. Then look at verse 6.
When a man shall take hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothing,
you got clothing,
be thou a ruler,
yes,
and let his ruin be under thy hand.
You got everything going on. Try to be the repairer of this. Try to be the one responsible and repair what's wrong. In that day shall he what?
Answer saying, I will not be a healer.
I'm not going to be a healer.
For in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people.
I don't want to try to straighten this out. No.
I'm having a hard time with
no, I don't want to try to straighten this out. No. I don't get that. That's your brother. No,
That's his business.
My name Benny.
I ain't in it.
Ain't in it.
Then look at what Craig said in verse 8.
For Jerusalem is
He
ruined,
said that's how ruined they are.
and Judah is fallen.
When a brother used to see a brother struggling in his family, that's what he did. Man, let me take your kid. And we ain't never had much. But we may do. That's why I said, sister in here, I know it's a struggle, but she to be commended that she did that. Let me take your child.
Hallelujah.
Let me tell you, you inadequate to do this. Let me take you. And the Almighty know more than anybody know, and she will be rewarded for that. That boy will never forget it. We don't know what he gonna become of. Might be a great man.
That's right.
And he gonna know, and he gonna remember. And you're gonna be rewarded for that.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I was raised by more than just my mother.
That's
From
right.
the day I was brought home, I was raised by everybody in that neighborhood. Went down the street and ate. Went up the street and ate. Went everywhere, sat in people's homes. There was much help,
Hallelujah.
but ain't no help today.
No.
Like I said, even amongst kin. Damn them.
Yeah.
That's why I left. Get away from them. Don't call them back.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Them your nephew. What I tell you? Kid be asking, when can we play? Can I call cousin? No. Instead of getting him over there and trying to redirect him and give him a little time to, no, don't want to be healing. Huh?
No, yeah.
Like I said, my son, years ago, my son, he had a little boy went to school with. That boy, he called me without his mama. I was looking at my phone, the number come up. I said, what is this? Let me answer this. I ring till he got me. Mr. Israel, yes. Can I spend the night this weekend? Your mama know you called me? No. Man, hang up this phone. He loved coming over there. Because when he got there was food, there was structure. They played, they had their fun. But when I told them, because I meant it for him, Doug, I meant it for them. When I told them lights out. He didn't buck against that at my house. He loved that. That's why he called every weekend. You see him take, didn't he? About every weekend. He won't come over. He be calling me, Mr. Israel. I said, where's your mama? She won't care. I said, yeah.
You don't want him to get whooped, so you told him hang up. It's bad.
No, I told him, hang up. I can't tell you come.
That's what I mean.
And your mama haven't told you this haven't been discussed.
That's more that.
But I knew why he liked coming.
Yeah.
But the Almighty says, verse 8, Jerusalem is ruined. Judah is fallen. Why?
Because their tongue.
Oh, that tongue.
And
that
their
tongue.
doing.
That tongue. No, I don't want to go too fast. That tongue. That tongue. This.
Yes.
Life and death.
It's bad.
Life and death.
Life and death.
And tongue.
It's bad. That tongue.
That mouth.
That mouth. Huh?
Oh. Mercy. That mouth.
That's what I'm learning. See, learning? Yes, that's what I'm learning.
Yes. That's
why I always say that. Why I always tell my kids, can we? I'll see. I don't know. Now my older daughter, when I tell her I see, when she tell you that meant
no.
No.
I mean, no.
Ain't that something? No, I said we'll see. Cause like the other day, I locked myself in. My oldest, he where he went and got him something, cause he working. Well, the younger one, he wanted it too. So he was begging, and I said, yes, we absolutely next week will go get it. Last week he was asking me, when is next week? And he woke up this week. when I told him where he was going, I normally gotta wait on him. He was up and primed and ready, Jack. He was looking at me like, so what I have left to do?
Today, baby.
What I have left to do? Huh?
You had to come correct.
What I have left to do? Now
Now
this is on the heels. I had already spoke that.
Right.
This is on the heels of a new week where this realization hit me that this dude, but I got him set up that this gonna happen.
Guaranteed.
So I had to call one of my creditors and tell them, no, this ain't happening
Because that
till next week. Because I have spoken
Mhm.
and I don't want to get in a position of speaking of things to let him down because that will be bad and detrimental for him.
your word is your
So when I tell him I will see, that is a way of safeguarding you and me because I don't know and I can't fully commit. It ain't trying to weasel out of nothing. That's called prudence.
Hallelujah.
That's called hindsight. That's called regard because I don't want to set you up for something and it don't come through. Because if that happens too many times, you will start to expect failure.
Yes, sir.
Can't do it.
And you should never expect failure.
Oh, God help us.
Hallelujah.
We should never come to expect failure from one another. The moment we've come to expect failure from one another, we got a serious problem.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's on your job, the moment they see you and they say failure, you got a serious problem. You expendable. Anybody got to go, you on the first chopping block. Moment your wife see you and she see failure, you expendable. Very little faith in dealing with you. Vice versa.
Vice versa. Hallelujah.
We should never be there. I have been there, recently been there. That's a crime.
Yes, sir.
That's why y'all might say we ruined, because a lot of us, we don't look at it like we pass it over like it's not.
That's right.
It is. It is detrimental.
Very. The Petrobras sword hangs down.
Sister called me, 12:45. Anybody here? I said, no. 1 o'clock, anybody? No. I said, hey, I ain't called nobody else. I said, next week, get your tail up. I'm talking to me. Get your lazy tail up. Get here. Get the building open. Because you said 1 o'clock is supposed to be open. It's supposed to be open.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, wrong face.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah. That's right.
But I'm saying it because we put the foot in our way that trip us up. That's why I tell you ain't apologize about nothing if you here on time.
That's right.
Sensei's old adage was, if you beat me here, you're on time. If you meet me here, you're late.
Already. Already.
We used to be like, huh? We understood when we got them push-ups, though.
trust me.
We said we start at 6. You get there at 6. You over there in line, yeah, go over there. On time.
Thought you would.
If you beat me here, you're on time. If you meet me here, you're late. If you get here after that, you just sorry. So I said, I got a lot. I'm just up here, right here, but I'm with y'all. I got a lot to work on.
Hallelujah.
I'm not here trying to fool nobody.
All right.
I'm a work in progress.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
If I met any woman newly, that's what I tell you, getting a work in progress. But I know the same about you, though. So don't come to me with no facade that you finished. Ace though.
You ain't even got started.
We just need to go digging, that's all.
You been down starting this hard walk.
I know you did. I know you did. And I'm still on this side, but it's coming. Come on, brother, because I got to get over here. Let's go.
And their doings are against Yahweh
He said, because our doings is against the Almighty,
to provoke the eyes of his glory.
to provoke the eyes of what should be glorious to him. The boldness of our countenance witness against them. We do things wrong now and don't even care.
Don't even care.
We throw it in front of the Almighty's face.
Yep.
And they declare their sins as Sodom, and they hide them not. That's why he said, I'm coming out. What is this? They ain't hiding nothing. Like I said, parading all down the streets today. They ain't hiding nothing. Reinstituted Freaknik. And if you ever got a glimpse of Freaknik, I never went, but if you ever got a glimpse of,
Ooh-wee.
they was out in the day. They ain't waiting for night. They was out in the day.
The Freaknik is all day, all night.
That was just the black. That was the black form of. That was the black form of Sturgis. You know what Sturgis is? Yeah, you know the brother I got big back there. He said, "Yes, sir." He like, yeah. Wow. But it's just flaunted now. The Creator said, "But woe unto their soul, for they have done evil unto themselves." Then look at the voice of the Almighty. He said, "But say to the righteous, not only the righteous, say to the remnant." Because see, you can't throw that term righteous around for everybody. I ain't talking about everybody. Right. Say to the righteous, and the righteous is found in that remnant.
Hallelujah.
And he says, say to them that's in that remnant, that small number of people who forge in their life in the life of living for Yahweh. Say to them, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. As hard as it is, don't stop. They singing about being freaks down there in Freaknik. Don't stop, get it. You say that about being for the Almighty. Hallelujah. Don't stop, get it. But you talking about going after Yah. Don't stop. Say to the righteous, it shall be well with him, for they will eat the fruit of their doing. But say to the wicked, woe, who does evil, for a recompense of their hands will be given him. And he's going to describe this recompense. For as for my people, children have become their tyrants. Oh, you got to start touching yourself. And women.
All right.
Yeah, brother.
All right.
They're going to get mad now.
Yes.
This one of them where I go out the back door, I don't need nobody. The Almighty is equal opportunity offender. He's just not a respectful person. We trying to get right though, right?
Hallelujah.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
Because we can't, that's another thing that's been wrong with us. We teaching, well, it's this side that's wrong. It's this side that's wrong. And everybody else wrong except for all of us being wrong. And we all wrong.
All right.
The brothers done failed. The sisters done failed.
Yes, sir.
We can't say one group done failed and this a group riding high and vice versa. We all done failed and got to come to the table of failure. And that's why the Almighty said, when I took all these men in righteousness, when I took all these things away that men do in righteousness, women assume the mantle. It ain't that they did a bad job. He excoriating them like that. They played with the hand they was dealt. But they are not sufficient. I don't care. And the men are the backbone of society. You can hate that they call it patriarchal all you want, but they the backbone. and they're not sufficient in doing that. And not only are they not, that's another problem. You have too many men proficient in doing it.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it's never been given to them. That link in that chain been broke and was never put back together.
Never.
You have women trying to mend something that they can't mend. Trying to forge something they can't forge. They can be loving. They can be nurturing. They can show them compassion. They can do, but sometimes it takes a man that knows what it means to make a man to make a man.
Women make it mean. They make it girl.
And he said, that's why he named these things. I took that away. I took away the mighty man to show that boy how to be a mighty man. I ain't talking about nothing abusive. I took him away.
Yes, sir.
Now the girl, she don't know when she go out with him, she don't know if she got to fight that night.
All right.
Or something go down. He's sitting over there like this. And she got to get up and fight. Because the mighty man gone. Something go bump in the night. They laying in bed. Something go bump in the night. He rolled over and put the pillow, plus the pillow tighter. And she say, don't you want to get in and go and check that out? Oh, you go check it out. Huh?
Sad.
To show him how to produce things.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
To show him hands how to get out and get in the garden and produce things to bring forth food so that he could feed a family. I took them out with me. I took them two with me as I did a project. Y'all gonna learn something. I wasn't asking them to do it, but stand here and watch me do this. Put this together.
You can learn by watching.
They can learn by watching.
Yes, sir.
Then my youngest, what's this? What's that? What's this? See, a lot of us be like, oh, that's why we don't take. I don't want. Will you stop asking me all that? That's what he's supposed to do. I said, that's a hammer. You hit with that. Now don't go busting your brothers in the head with it, but that you hit with that. This a ruler. This a leveler. He was learning things.
Hallelujah.
That ain't being done. Huh?
Right.
Yeah. My sister said that. I bought him one. Everybody got my gun. I bought him a toy gun.
Right.
Got a little sight on and everything. He lay in the floor. I teach him how to spread his legs. Put his finger on things. But like I told the I said, I'm not going to teach you not to do it. In the world we live, I'm not going to teach you. My job is only to instill him in the right direction. But if this is his talent, we're going to find out.
All right.
Because if I got to worry about blood on my hands, then I'm not going to discourage him because I know I'm getting older. I want a man like Farrakhan got his son. Who better to put on my 6 than my son? And he know how to thump.
Right.
And I done treated him right. You act a fool if you want to.
I ain't even got to look
back. You're like, oh boy. Yeah, that's his son. Thank you. Why you think our fathers, they could age? I ain't got to lift a hand and you want to have to. I ain't got. What Jacob's son do? He even had to split them up. He said, y'all too bad. Y'all done went and killed these folks for messing with your sister. But them boys said, Daddy won't. We got something for you. Ran up through the whole city. Wrong as they was, they ran up through the whole city. We'd be darned if you do this to our sister and get away with it. And Jacob wasn't so mad that they did it. He was mad at the circumstance he was under because he had already sworn by word again, by that tongue, he had already sworn a certain way to be with Hamor and Shechem. And that's what infuriated him more. That I've already set a path with my mouth, and y'all have went behind me and discredited me with y'all actions. Y'all didn't ask me if I wanted y'all to do that. I understand y'all anger of what he did to your sister. He said, but I'd already handled this.
He didn't come to me.
But women, rule over them. And it's just not the same. It's just not the same. And we can't sit and fume and get mad at it. It's just not the same. Women rule over.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee.
And then there's another class though, because it's them that lead. Women rule over household most of, but it's them that lead.
That cause thee to err.
That cause thee to err.
And to destroy the way of thy path.
With stupidity that they teach. Pastors.
Yes.
Pastors. Woman, y'all are free. Woman don't need a man.
All right.
Get my next book. Woman, come to my house.
Now a loose test.
Yeah, like Paul, if thou art loose, seek not to be bound.
That's right.
Don't get tied up. Don't get tied up with him. But they tied up with everybody.
You gotta have a man to do your laundry. You gotta have a man to pay your bills.
They
You gotta have a man to
are
pay
causing the path to be destroyed. So what does it say? Yahweh must plead and stand to judge the people. That's where we at, brothers and
Yes,
sisters.
sir.
We in judgment, not the judgment,
but
but we in judgment.
Hallelujah.
Yahweh will enter into judgment with the elders. He's starting with the oldest group of his people. The ones that are sitting around talking about what's going on. Well, he's really showing you your fault as a generation. They call it Generation X. Well, you the generation that gave this generation the right to do what they doing. He's sitting in judgment. And the princes thereof, them that are head-minded, that have the ability of leading. He's judging. He said, for you have eaten up the vineyard. The spoil of the poor is in your house. Especially in Catholicism and churches and things. You have not taught the word of Yah. I say even in some Israelite congregations, you have not taught the word of Yah. That's why the people don't know the word of Yah.
That's right.
You monopolized off the word of Yah. You gained off the word of Yah. You taught it frivolously. You taught it with a bias. You taught it leaning to the brothers to take advantage of the women.
Yes.
You taught it all
Yes,
crazy
indeed.
kind of ways to take advantage of the congregation. You have not taught it to bring them back to me.
Yes, sir.
To alleviate the oppression that they already under. If I wanted them to do like that and be like that, I'll let them stay in the church. I brought them before you that you might rectify them back to me.
Hallelujah.
And that's why, all kidding aside, I can go home and not get no phone call.
All right.
And be all right.
Yes,
I've
sir.
known all my life a little bit of rejection.
Hallelujah.
Ain't gonna hurt me now.
That's right.
Long as I say the things that I know need to be said.
In
And I
truth.
know what needs to be said for myself and for you.
In truth.
For the Creator said, what mean ye that you oppress my people? Peace. What mean ye that you will let them come spend 5 and 6 hours with you and they still don't know how to get out the madness that they in? They should be able to go out of here with something that they learned and say, hey, let me try this week and see if it works. Let me try the word of Yah and see if it works. With one thing at least, like I said, the unity has been permeated in here. I don't have to be involved, but to see the sisterhood that's in here. That's true. Young and old. To see the brotherhood that's in here, that's true. To see people come newly in here and they moving at light speed.
Hallelujah.
Getting land.
Yes, sir.
Talking about raising this and raising, and they moving at light, and they knew, and they to see these things. So what profit if we come here and we just spend an hour together and ain't nothing changing for nobody? If it's changing for one person, then the Almighty has shown me I'm doing the job He sent me to do.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
But it ain't nobody benefit.
Mm.
And we all just here wasting our time.
In vain.
We can't talk about nobody. We might well go back home.
All right.
Stay under the covers. What time is it?
5 o'clock.
16:56.
All right. So we gonna stay on this remnant. But I guess we got to break a little bit. We're gonna stay on this
56, my man.
456. Be like the Apollo. Get that hook at 5. I don't care hook or crook. Yank. Put it in the hands of net. I know it's gonna happen. Yank. Yank. Sister Net. You do what they look. You do that? Cause I done seen that work, boy. When you get, I done seen that. Just give me that hammer. I know it's on here. Now let's keep going, brother. Now take that as bad. That's dependable. Just do it. Go ahead, brother. He said, what mean ye that you oppress my people to pieces? Go ahead.
Say if y'all was my stand and grind, and grind the faces of the poor. Said Yahweh Elohim of hosts.
Right.
Moreover,
We don't need no whole big thing, but all of y'all individually. We don't need to be seen massively. If we can do it massive, that's good. But all of you individually, you know the spirit of the Almighty. When you see the poor, you know you should be moved to help the poor if you can.
yes, sir.
I don't need no
Hallelujah.
TV cameras. I don't need to be on no Facebook. I don't need to be on nothing else. I go downtown. I see them all the time. If I can, I give to them.
Hallelujah.
And keep it stepping.
Hallelujah.
No man got to be, ooh, look, Bray Run, what he did. Nah, that ain't what it's about. It's about this. I give to them. Been doing it for years. Because this is what he wants. And I've known people that have alleviated my oppression.
Yes, sir.
The Almighty have brought people to me in the time of need, when I need. I'd be a fool not to be able to learn how to reciprocate that. Uh-oh. Now, brothers,
Yeah.
we turn that camera. And y'all at Easy Street. Here's where it gets real hard, brother. Here, Rob. It gets rough. Go ahead, brother.
Moreover,
Yes.
Yahweh said,
Oh, I gotta get it.
because the daughters of Zion are haughty
I'll bypass taking anything home tonight.
and
No, go
walk
ahead.
with stretched forth necks and wanting of eyes.
Because that ain't nobody in here, but he's describing the position they done got in. He said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty as a result of not knowing how to be the daughters of Zion.
All right.
The daughters of Zion of this world, they're haughty. They walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
Walking,
yes.
walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. In that day, Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments
The beauty
about their feet,
the tinkling ornaments about their feet,
and their calves, and their round tires like the moon.
their tiara. That's
Tiaras,
what
I'm
that is.
sorry.
That's what that's translated.
That's
Tiara.
tires right here.
Tiara. Because see the sister, but it's
Mine say tires though.
it's tiara,
It's
but it's
tiara.
tiara. It should be tiara.
I was about to say what's
Zion, the daughters of Zion, like I said, and all kidding aside, the men. See, there was a certain way men looked like men.
Yes.
Men acted like men. They looked like men. They carried themselves like men.
Yes, sir.
And there was a certain way the women looked like women, acted like women, and they carried themselves like women.
I see the boy. Yes.
But today, women are looking like men, and men are looking like
Have mercy.
women.
Have mercy.
Even if they're not all the way crossed over, I see some of the most feminine acting boys that I ever seen in my life. And they be playing ball and stuff. And they just is feminine acting, and I'll be like, and women that, yes, ma'am. They're gonna help. Yes, ma'am.
When me and Mike got, we stayed in Avondale, we stayed upstairs from, I don't know how to, their family was kind of mixed up. Like her son, like wore dresses and stuff all the time, and her daughter dressed like a man. Like I always had girls with her and stuff, like that with girls and stuff. And the guy, and like when we used to come to the building and stuff like that, and, the man used to say hi, you know, he's like, hey, how you doing? Or whatever, and I was like, you know, how I'm doing and walk on. But he never spoke to her. Never. I don't know what it was about. I believe that he knew, but I guess he sensed something about it. But I don't think with just saying hello to Hayaka would have offended him or nothing like that. But for some odd reason, he never looked at Hayaka. He never spoke to him. I think it was just Hayaka's presence. Like that he yeah. And the boys too, like our son, the boys too, they never spoke. But me and my sister, he always said, how you doing? To us all the time. And I just felt like that was kind of weird. Because even just saying hi to Hayaka, he just don't say hi back to you. You know what I mean? Or how you doing or whatever. But for some odd reason, I don't know, I just something about Hayaka, he just never even looked at Hayaka. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Wow.
Yes, so that's tiaras. Because the daughters of Zion, they were decked out. They were decked out. Jewelry, gold, ankle bracelets. They were decked out. They were a sight to see. To see a daughter of Zion, that was a sight to see. Just like to see a real man of Israel, that was a sight to see.
Yes, sir.
Again, I reference our Father Solomon, making women faint.
You got that Michael Jackson effect.
No, we ain't gonna put that on. We got to find somebody else to put on it. We'll put Idris Alba on them or something. Y'all like it? Or Denzel. We'll put Denzel.
I'm sorry, bro. I know you want to get that away, but
we ain't gonna put that Michael on it because we don't know about Mike. Mike had us wondering.
Are we just talking about the effect on the people?
But he said the pendant and the bracelet and the mufflers, the bonnet and the ankle chain, the headbands and the tablets, yes, and the earrings,
yes, sir,
the ring and the nose ring.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they even had jewels in the nose.
Yeah.
The festive robes, the mantle, the shawls and the vanity cases, the linen and the hoods and the veil. And it shall come to pass that all of that they was endowed with, instead of having all that in the sweet smell, there should be stink. Instead of a girdle of a rope, instead of a set hair, baldness, instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, a burning of beauty, not even knowing what beauty is, because they haven't tasted it in so long. They don't even know what beauty is, so they're burning for beauty. Instead of realizing that they have beauty, they burning, they yearn. It's a burning in them to be approved as beautiful.
Made up, caked up, weaved up, stressed up.
Because brothers and sisters, there was another thing that came out that became hot topic. And I'm not getting into the feud that they have, but one of the superstar fathers, he said that part of her success, not discounting her talent, he said, but part of her success is that they're able to make her lighter than what she is.
Yes.
And they do that with a lot of women in Hollywood. They make them lighter than what they are.
Yes.
Because the darker skinned women always catch more resistance
Yes, sir.
to be approved in Hollywood than the lighter skinned women.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you have a lot of more prominent fair skinned actresses than you have dark skinned.
Yeah.
Because they've never been promoted that the dark skinned ones are beautiful. And I told y'all a couple of weeks ago how, I think it was Fiji, that they rebelled against the woman that they crowned Miss Fiji because they said, this is not indicative of us. Look at all of us. We don't look nothing like her. Straight hair. Almost white. Don't look nothing like any of us that she's supposed to be representation of on this album. They said we reject that, to the point where they had to pull the crown off of her head.
Hallelujah.
But we burn for beauty.
Yes.
We burn for it. That's why we have went through all phases of doing all kinds of things. Not making fun. He spoke this bar because what used to happen, and it's women, but it was also in men, but it was in women. I know because I said I have elders. You put all kinds of things in your hair. Chemical. Seeps down into the follicle and burns it up.
Yes.
And now your hair thins. And you have a hard time naturally trying to grow it back out because that chemical has seeped down in the follicle and it's burnt it.
Yes.
Like I said, this is not being taught for nobody to get mad. This is being taught because it's true.
True. Yes, sir.
Then it said, color this like this. Because Elizabeth Taylor was on TV. And they say she looked like this. And this, Carol Rell, she was on TV. They say she looked like this. And they threw this woman on TV. And then the wife looking at her husband, he's sitting in front of the box, and his jaw like, because she's scantily clothed. And she running out there. And she throwing, and he looking, So now she's saying, he don't look at me like that. So she do. Come on now, don't climb up on me now.
She gonna get them implants. She gonna get that injection. She gonna get that leaping hair.
And then the funny thing about it is this. Now they look, because they've always known what beauty looked like. Now they have went and tried to be you. Lift this up.
Right.
Build this out.
Right.
Let me sit under these lamps. Not get burnt, but I can get dark. They won't, because they've always known that that's been the epitome and should be the standard of beauty.
The first one that did that was yeah, she really kind of.
The one lady, Dollar
Oh yeah.
Dollar the braid, the white lady that said she black.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the family got on and said, this is her granddaddy.
Right.
She like, I
ain't
she
white.
cussed him out and said, I ain't white. They said, we got this. You was white, baby. Brother got on, you was white. I ain't white, I'm black.
I'm black.
Yeah, it's a white woman who thinks she can get her skin darker.
But the reversal. That's why he said you will burn. He said they will burn for beauty. Praise Yah that he's starting to seep in a little bit, like I said, amongst the remnant.
Hallelujah.
You just walking around and you are willing to let that hair kink up a little bit, and then let it grow long and not call it dreadlock, but call it my lock. It's my natural hair.
Take off the clown mask. Hallelujah.
You just willing to let Maybelline and Clairol and all them have a back seat because y'all don't need much makeup.
Y'all already beautiful. Already.
I ain't pandering. I'm telling the truth. Y'all already beautiful. You don't need to sit down for 2 and 3 hours and put on a whole nother face. Brother Aaron, stop talking about face. No, that's what the word mascara means. It means it is Spanish. It is Spanish for mask.
All right.
And a mask is putting on another face.
Concealment.
It's putting on another face. And practically all y'all need to do is wake up and wash and go.
Throw that Maxim on there.
With a little moisturizer, and you're good to go.
And use the Supreme Court.
Because look at what the Almighty go back to though. But watch what he comes back to. Now he dealt with the sisters, but watch what he comes back to.
Thy men shall fall by the sword.
He said, but your men, he comes back to the men. The men will fall by the sword. Let us know what's going to happen.
And thy mighty men in war.
And the mighty men in war.
And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Jerusalem's gates shall lament and mourn.
And she shall be, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
And she being stripped of all shall sit upon the ground. We hit that 500 yet?
Yes, sir.
Passed it?
15 almost.
All right. Didn't see that fist. This is a good place to break, because I know when I come back with this next place.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's a good place to break or not.
Another 15.
Well, it's short. I'll give y'all the rest of the day. And y'all just, because I know singing and eating, I'll give you the rest of the day. And then y'all give me what's left over. But let me touch this. This has a tie into this. Because part of understanding scripture is that he was dealing in scrolls. One continuous writing. So let's leap real quick, brother. It's not a long chapter at all. Let's leap into 4.
Hallelujah.
Verse 1.
Hallelujah.
Because
Isaiah chapter 4.
This 4 comes on the heels of this 3. And having read everything in this 3 and seeing the destruction of a people. Because that's what 3 dealt with. It dealt with the destruction. It dealt with what was taken away. It dealt with the people as a whole. Now, and remember the Almighty always dealt with Israel as a what?
Oh.
But he dealt with the what?
Remnant.
As his what?
Saving grace.
Saving grace. Let's see his saving grace.
Hallelujah.
He dealt with the whole, let's see his saving grace.
And in that day.
For in that day.
7 women.
In that day, in that time. Still 7 women.
Take hold of one man.
You can understand why. When you've seen everything that's been taken away,
yes,
the decimation, the total annihilation. When you see that he said Jerusalem will sit and lay in the ground when everything is stripped of it. Now the time to come where in that day, in that time, 7 women should take hold of one man.
Same.
Now today, why that is a deficiency in the mind of a lot of sisters and women, is because they're thinking about the men that's in their midst and the state they in today.
All right.
And you can't read this and think about men as they are today. Because this is not that man. This is not the pimp.
All right.
This is not the hustler.
All right.
This is not the player.
Hallelujah.
This is not the deceitful. This is not the Andre. This is not all the cunning. This is not the men that you're dealing with today, most
Hallelujah.
of them. This is the man that the Almighty just told you about in Isaiah the 3rd chapter. This is the righteous. And not because out of his mouth he say he righteous. He righteous because he is righteous. And it ain't gonna be, as I talked to the brothers, but a few of them around.
All right.
That's why it's giving you a ratio of 7 to 1. It ain't like they just falling out the sky, falling down at your feet. They are not plenteous. They have fallen. They have fallen by the sword. They have fallen by war. Carnage has taken place. So it ain't like they just running up and down the streets and they righteous. They decimated that real righteous man. So them real righteous women are outnumbering him.
Yeah.
And that's why 7 of them will go to 1 saying,
We shall eat our own bread.
we have need for you not to give us all that. We can get our own bread.
Wear our own apparel.
Wear our own apparel. We can furnish that.
Only let us be called by thy name.
The only thing we need at this day and age and this time is to come back to the structure of the Almighty. I ain't mentioning nothing about this another thing. See, our mind got to be.
That's
what
right.
I said our mind got to be right.
Hallelujah.
Because somebody reading this and they automatically going to equate. The only thing we need is to come back to you, take away our reproach, and the only thing they equating is getting in the sack.
That's it.
And this ain't said nothing about that.
Nothing.
This
It's
said
all about
we
standards,
want to
structure.
return back to the structured way in which the Almighty ordained things. And that was never through the union of a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
That's
That was
right.
through the union of a husband and a wife.
Hallelujah.
That ain't looking for no other women. We looking for a man. We looking for a husband. We looking for a good husband, a righteous husband, a whole man.
Hallelujah.
We want that. And that is the only thing we desire of you. Now, if he is this kind of man, even though they have told him he don't have need to bring their food and their apparel, if he is that kind of man, guess what he's still going to do?
Bring that
Even though
food.
you done told me that ain't necessarily what you want me for, guess what I'm still going to do? Being food and your reign. Because I understand that's the part of being a righteous man.
Hallelujah.
Even though you done told me to do that, baby. It's like somebody might say, I don't need you to do that. But that's your desire to still do it. Even though you done told me. See, don't let nobody teach this. I ain't gonna do that in that day. That they just sitting back here. No, because they ain't there. And you can come and have a discussion with me if you want to. You ain't there. I'll say it again. I'll say it a third time if you ain't heard me. Just because she tell me that, don't mean I forsake that. Because understanding what I am as a man and my position, that's what I want to do for you innately because I am that man.
Hallelujah.
That's what I said. You talking about today. You talking about that time. Let's go. He said, only let us be to take away our reproach.
In that day.
Then look what y'all said. In that day.
Shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful?
Nobody be looking and laughing, talking about, oh, he got 7 wives. Oh, be scurry. Oh, look at that. I wouldn't dare do that. Oh, girl, I wouldn't dare say, oh, no, girl, I wouldn't dare. No, he said, when this happens, it will be beautiful.
And glorious.
It will be glorious.
And the fruit of the earth.
And what comes from that? Like what's supposed to come out of any union today.
Hallelujah.
The fruit that's supposed to be produced. When our children grow up and it's not glorious, that's because we done failed. It's supposed to be glorious, the fruit that come out of it. But the Almighty said, when this happens, the fruit that comes out of this is glorious. Nobody is looking at this and talking about it's an abomination. This is glorious. The fruit of the earth shall be excellent and calmly for them that what? Read this last line, brother.
Excellent and calmly for them that are escaped.
Wait a minute.
Of Israel.
I think RF saying something about the escape.
Escape.
I think RF said something about them that are escaped.
Remnant.
Then we start off with what? Escape. Huh?
Leftover.
For them that this is only glorious, excellent, beautiful for them that have escaped the remnants. They ain't talking about all this. So all running around talking about they need a 7 wives, this and that. No, get out of here, because this ain't yours. This is talking about a pulled out heart. Special men. I dare not even know if I'm there. This is talking about cream of the crop.
Hallelujah.
And I don't know too many of them as I speak today.
Right.
In my circles. And we holding on. Ask us if we got that house that she's supposed to leave her father's house and come to. Yeah, brother, everyone going there. You last 15 minutes, this is my swan song. I got the bang out with a bang. Ask us if we got everything in line like we know the fathers had in line. And I'm going to tell you, it ain't many of us.
All right.
We ain't walking around just picking us up.
That's right.
We got a long way to go. Get there in the hopes of being a recipient of this.
Hallelujah.
In the hopes of being in that small number to receive this. If this is what you want to receive.
Yes, sir.
This is for the remnant. This is for them that have escaped
Hallelujah.
in that day. And it shall come to pass, this is the last thing, it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remain in Jerusalem, he shall be called holy. Even everyone that is written, among the living in Jerusalem.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. That have made it, that have survived.
They'll be called holy.
That have survived. See all them, that's why we read that word, all them definitions that have survived. Because the Almighty already told you, many of your men will fall by the sword, will fall in the war, will be taken from you. You're right, many of them are gone. But them that have survived, they here. Them that have escaped, they here. Them that are the residue, they here. Them that are a portion, they're here. You're not setting yourself up for this, you're not there. So don't worry about what the remnant is. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes. Brother Shamir.
Resurrection.
Amongst the remnant, yes, amongst the remnant, like I said, it's talking about all those words were pertaining to them that have life, that are living. That's why I said them that have escaped the trials and tribulations. Them that are left over are the trials and tribulations. Even Daniel himself, he talked about many shall fall, be tried, purified, made white. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about them who have went through everything and come through. And then also raised up unto them as well are the fathers who have already tasted of death. Because sometimes death is the reprieve for the righteous. Because he go through nothing else again. Like a Moses. There is no questioning is Moses going to be there. We know he is. Is Abraham going to be there? We know he is. Is Daniel going to be? We know he is. What we dealing with now is we talking about them that's living. We don't know if I'm there, if you there. What we have to concern ourselves with is how we set ourselves up to be there in that land. And even then, the Almighty said, some will rise to everlasting life, some to everlasting shame and contempt. So there's still only a remnant coming out of the dead. Thank y'all. Like I said, thank you. I'll leave time and everything else up to y'all. Y'all have all the songs y'all want, all the food y'all want. There's a couple more I want to show before we leave, but I'm sure there's some questions as well to everything that was there, so I'll take those questions at that time, second half as well, dealing with this. But I want to get y'all to
I know
start.
you forgot me.
I want to get y'all. I did.
You did it before, but it's okay. It's all right. The reason why I want to bring this up right quick is because we got teenage males in the room, and because you mentioned what happened at your school, it is a known fact that one of the most, what they would call prestigious colleges, Morehouse, it got so bad with homosexuality there, the men would walk around with purses and heels.
Yes.
They had to put a mandate out.
Yes.
See, and I know that they're doing it in the East now, Japan and China, they send their children here, but really, that's what they used to go. Your children stay near to you to go to school, but we're talking Morehouse. And it got so bad, they had to put a mandate out and tell these men to stop dressing like that.
Yep.
You can look this up.
Oh, yeah.
And what made me think about it
I
is
heard on the
because
radio.
they're young men that make me thinking about, oh, boy, I'm not saying they are. I don't know. But it's yeah, but I mean, he's a black man. It ain't like this is Harvard and they run around with heels. They were running around with purses and heels, makeup, and it got so bad they had to put a mandate. And I just want y'all to know, y'all can look that up as men. I know you won't have no part of it, but we need to be, if you let your children go to college away from home, you can do some homework.
Well, if you let them,
And that's the only reason why.
if you let them do anything, if you let them live, you just gotta prepare them for what they facing out there. He went down to Georgia a couple of weeks ago before he graduated. They took him on a trip. Gabe, he came back. He was like, "Daddy," I said, but I'd already prepared him though. I told him what he was going to see. But it still didn't do him justice because when he got there, he was like,
It's a whole new
he was like, wow. He said they everywhere. I said, boy, you talking about them like they aliens or something. They everywhere. Let's stand. Let's stand. Oh, one thing, I saw his hand up. Brother Vernon. Brother Vernon. Let me see. You see your hand up? Oh, it's up now. Lead us in a prayer, brother. Lead us in a prayer.
Hallelujah, brother. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise God, Yahweh. Praise God, Yahweh. God is right all the time, both day and night. Hallelujah.
17:30 on the head.
Y'all call it. Y'all call it. Y'all indulge. Y'all